think the craziest thing of all of it too is I've done a bunch of obviously social media research and like trying to figure out how things take off, how, your hook, all the stuff, engagement. The best thing you can do for anything social media is to you send out an original message, right? So like what those boys did, send out an original message and then someone else talked about that message. And then when I did that, boom, and now you're talking about it
Mm,
and they're talking about it and
right,
like all these others and it just goes. It sends I mean, this is a movement type thing, right?
right,
So I mean, it's easy to get behind because you can actually do something.
right,
But I think yeah, that's the first video those boys have ever put out,
right,
like, it's the first thing I'd seen, and so it's I mean, I had watched it, and it's messed up too because I see that stuff every day,
right,
and I'm like, "I know, dude, this sucks," and I say this because it's just my reality,
right,
is I get sent cancer stories all day, all day, and I get people saying, "Hey, I can't afford gas," or, like, that literally happened to me yesterday, and I ended up sending this lady gas money, and I could have totally been scammed as I'm
right,
headed over to your event.
right,
And she's like, "I just need a tank of gas. My husband's been doing this stuff to me, and our kids were trying to get out. I need to go to Florida. I live in Tennessee." She's like, "I literally just need a tank of gas." And I'm like, "You know what? It's $120." And I was like, "I have Cash App. That's all I can get." Like, she's like, "I don't have Venmo." And I was like, "Well, if you have Cash App, I can give you some cash." And so she had to go to her neighbors, but granted, this could all be a lie. Who knows? But went to her neighbors. I sent the money to the neighbor. I'm like, please don't share my number with anyone. Like, this is gonna get like crazy, I think, for me. But I think just because of how many people came through, like, I mean, it was just a conduit, right? Just
right,
my page was just like, just, anyways, same things. Like, oh, I hear sob stories all day,
right,
and it sucks because I just have to like sit on them and like think, like, do I feel this? And so even the first time I saw that boy's video, I was like, cool, like not cool, right? But like,
right,
I hear this all day.
yeah,
And then somebody else sent it to me. And then somebody else sent it to me. And then I think by the time I had posted, like 6 or 7 people had sent it to me. And I was like, all right, like
something to
makes
it,
more
yeah,
sense. Okay, that's something I could get behind because other people are vetting it, rather than just one person.
right,
But I think it took that video too for me to understand the story and make my own story about it
right,
and let it explode,
yeah,
which it freaking did,
yeah.
which is cool.
I think that's super cool. I think it's cool that you have that. I mean, we live in such an interesting world where it's I mean, people are mean. People can be mean. There's a
Yeah.
lot of good in the world. I know we talked about that, but people can
Mhm.
be pretty not I wouldn't say selfish, but kind of self-reserved.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see you specifically in this community open up and not be self-reserved, be selfless and answer to the calls, even if they seem like they may be fake. Like you're willing to open up and you're willing to help people in need. I think that's really special. I think that's a special gift, and I think that's I think it's incredible, and I think it's a good lesson for everybody to learn. Even myself, like I think it's great for everybody to take note of. I think it's an important skill that gets overlooked or isn't very prominent in today's day and age. I think it's something that's missed. I would say though too, like I think it's when you share in it, we go back to it, and I heard this. It was interesting. I actually heard this the other day because I was talking to my wife. I was like, because I was kind of the same thing. I was like, man, I was like, we're putting this camp together. This is great. We're gonna get this fundraiser event going for Tanner. We're gonna rock it, and it's gonna be great. And then I had the other thoughts in my head, like, man, he's not the only person with cancer out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
There's other people out there that are in the same fight within the same community, but we don't know. Maybe you hear it more of me in my space. I don't know.
Mm.
And I heard an interesting thing. Somebody was like, it was there's another podcast. It's by Rob Pilecki. I don't know if you guys know the name, but he's in Pocatello. He runs a sports podcast called Huddle Up Youth Sports Podcast. But they were talking to the Sewell dad. Do you know like Nephi Sewell, Penei Sewell,
Dude,
Noah
the
Sewell?
NFL players.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's got like 4 sons, they're all in the NFL.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
But he was talking about how he used to, like I mean, 4 boys, Polynesian family, obviously, maybe, struggling at times, but was talking about ways to, help pay for his kids' funds. Like, he would make the kids go out down the street, say, "Hey, we need help. Do you have any work we can do?" But what he was saying was, "Closed mouths don't get fed." And I thought that was interesting. Like, it's always okay to ask. Like, there are people out there that will help you. You just have to find them and
Yeah.
ask them, and you'll find the right people. You
Mhm.
will. Like, you'll get taken down that path. And I think you're one of the right people, man, for a lot of people's lives. I think it's really special.
I appreciate it because I mean, it sounds weird, right? Because I feel like I get a lot of the credit where like the credit, it's obviously not on me, right?
Right.
Like it's a community of people. And that's how I felt in the first one,
Yeah.
like, hey, it took people believing me
Right.
to like actually do something. And then other people seeing that and be like, I believe that too.
Yeah.
I believe that too, but it is hard, like, obviously, these videos went crazy, and I think the hardest part for me on this one was there was one person in the comments specifically over and over, "Send it directly to Missy, send it directly to Missy," and I'm like, "Are you overlooking what we were able to do and, like, not
Right.
trusting that, like" it almost like I felt like it was, like, a little shot at me,
Sure.
and it was a family member too.
Mm.
And I didn't say anything,
Right.
and I'm like, I just it almost, like, made me feel like they were ungrateful for what we did as a community, that, like, "Well, he's not no, don't send it to him," which is weird, because it's
Yeah.
ultimately, it's not it doesn't matter,
Sure. It
who
doesn't.
it goes
Right.
to, but I don't want someone to be asking me to do something, and I mean, I literally have made $0.
Right.
I have spent $0 on myself for this, and I've raised over $100,000 collectively,
Right.
right? I don't know what my total is, uh, but, like, I don't know, it, like, hurt me, kinda, it
Yeah.
was weird,
Yeah.
and I was like, "If you wanna send to Missy, obviously, like, do that,
Do it. Yeah.
but I don't want you, like, discrediting what has happened by going in my videos
Right.
and, like, I don't know, and I honestly, I'm probably just, like, too attached to it
Sure.
to, like I shouldn't even be thinking like that, maybe that's not even what happened, but it's like, I don't know, I'll show everybody when we
Yeah.
go take the money to
Yeah.
Tanner, Yep, like, "Here you go."
I think there's people that are skeptical. I
Yeah,
mean, you're always gonna have people like that. You can't
yeah,
make everybody happy.
and then, I mean, there's even a lot of my own friends that went and donated directly to Missy, which I'm like, I do not care,
Yeah.
I think it's I want the best for their family, or I wouldn't have done any of this, but it's hard because I think there was people asking me like, "Hey,
Right.
how much are you taking?" I'm like, I don't I've literally not I have no savings."
Devin's broke.
Dude,
If you don't know, he's broke.
I'm just like, even my business, and that's what's like some good buddies were talking to me about today, like, you need to be able to run you need like, if you're gonna be the conduit of what this is, you need to be able to delegate some of this stuff,
Yeah.
and that also takes funds, and I'm like, "I know, but it's hard because people like that, 'Well, how much are you taking?'" I'm like,
Right.
"I've taken 0 effing dollars." My I only had $3,000 because of I just didn't touch it, and I just hadn't given it away yet,
Right.
essentially.
Right.
Like, 'cause I had a grand idea. I wanna do, like, 12 days of Christmas. I haven't told anybody this, but I wanna do
That's
12 days of Christmas where I
I love it.
gave random people either $1,000 or paid for their rent, but 12 days in a row, and so I was actually trying to save that money up so I could do that, but, I mean, ultimately, this is a great cause as well, so I'm like, It's okay. This is now,"
Oh, yeah.
but I don't want people to think like, "Oh, Devin's just getting rich." I promise you I'm not. I just gave away my yearly salary, like, 3 times.
Yep.
But and I'm not complaining, like, if someone were to give me that amount of money, I honestly don't know what I would do with it. Like, buy a Hellcat, I guess.
By Hellcat, he says.
Like, it's funny, I feel like I've lived my life in a way that my next step is I just want to live in a house that's not in a neighborhood. That's really my only goal.
It's a great goal.
Well, we talked about this the other day is that like I want to be to where like we can give now because we're in a we are able, right? Like Jennifer and I are able or our kids are able if it's like, hey, go mow their lawn, like serve somebody in a way. Let's like put all the money aside, right? And it's like go serve these people in a way that you are able now and go mow lawn, go do this, go do that. Like help somebody out in a way that they themselves can't or that fulfills something. And if you can do that now, like my hope is that someday, well, it's not my hope because it's kind of bad, but like if something ever happens to me, my wife, my kids, my family, somebody close to me, whatever, is that the people around me that knew that we served when we could is now time for them to step up for us because we served it. And not saying that like that's the only reason I do it for
Right.
like for paying it forward type of thing, but like to me, that's like, if you can do it now, you do it now. You don't wait till later to do it.
Right.
I've thought about that a lot too, where it's like, yeah, what did you do before you started asking too?
Yeah.
You know, like I understand that not everybody's in the same circumstance, but if you weren't willing to help anyone, but then you're the one
Asking for help.
why did it take you to understand this that like doing good is I don't know. I've thought a lot about that. I have to that's part of this whole thing I filter out in my head. I'm like, what are these people doing for themselves? So like when I found out more information, you know, cancer or not cancer, Tanner's dad was like, we need to sell our house so we can pay for this. I'm like, okay, like that's
Yeah.
very real. You
You're
know?
stepping up.
Yeah. Like it's not like just asking for a handout,
Right.
you know, where other people are like, hey, this is happening. I need you to pay for my car. I'm like, bro, first of all, I only had $3,000. Like,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It's a weird thing I think I'll come across. And like, same with you. It's almost to me too. It's like, I'm hoping that I can show people the heart in it. That like, if anything were to happen to the people that actually gave, they would rally around that person too. You know, like, I mean, you've heard me say the story a million times, but the first fundraiser I did for Fatu,
Right.
day 3, I hadn't even announced who I was doing it for yet. Jennifer, his wife, I didn't know these guys,
Right.
gave me $5,000.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, I don't even, she texted me on Instagram. Didn't have her number, nothing. She's like,
Cat's out of the bag.
yep, sorry, Jen. They're very secret, so I'm going to talk you up for a while. And I was like, whoa. And that was the first time that I was like, okay, something else is happening. You know, like at first I was just trying to raise $1,000. They gave me $5,000 on day 3. I knew it was going to Fatu and Brittany, but I had not told anyone yet.
Right.
Because I literally thought we were just getting Christmas presents. But I'm like, wow, $5,000 is more than Christmas presents. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep going. And that was like they were the first people that were like, hey, do this, boom. And then Jennifer, a couple days later, hey, we need you to come and talk at this basketball game about your fundraiser. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually bigger than I thought it is. And it just kind of snowballed, right? So believing in that, seeing that hope, and then this one too. I posted the video within 3 minutes. Tommy called. He's like, first of all, I'm crying in my truck. Second of all, I'm gonna finance, not even finance, like I will pay for Tanner to go. He's like, if you raise $1 or not, I don't care. I'll pay for Tanner to get it. And I was like,
wow,
damn.
That's incredible.
First of all, sweet. But I'm like, second, let's do it. Yeah.
Incredible.
I didn't know. I didn't know if we'd raise it all. Like, had a feeling, but we did.
I think we did more than that.
We did.
And I'm by no means of like able to like, I don't want anybody reaching out. Like, won't you have it? But like I told Devin, because he's like, dude, are you kidding me? Like you would do that? And I said, yeah, dude, like I can go make more money. This kid can't make another life. So like, what does that mean to me? That means everything. That means that I'll go work for another 2 years to make, I don't know. In my mind, it was like $1,000 or something like that. Because I already knew the boys got some and then like, stuff was rolling in. I was like, if it's 40 grand, like it's going to hurt. But like that kid, if that's what makes it to where he can live, deal. I'll go work for another year or two, make it whatever.
That's so badass. So
it was cool. And I'm like, dang. The cool thing is I feel like I've surrounded myself. I had multiple friends. I mean, Tommy is I always know. I always know. I put a video out and Tommy and Jennifer are the first ones like, how much money do you need?
So sweet. Like, it's not like I'm balling, dude.
Well, that's what's funny is like, I know, but it's not like, I think it's cool because you've obviously built everything you have, right? I mean, you've built your businesses. You and Jennifer both, and it's not like you live this crazy lavish lifestyle, but you understand the greater good of what is in the world and like what this means. I feel like what the purpose of life is, and it's not just padding your pockets.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, life matters.
Yeah. I think I realized that 7 years ago, I want to say. Probably. Now, I mean, maybe I realized it a long time before that, but I had an employee, and this is not to like boast or anything like that at all, but I had an employee that he was my lead guy. And he came to me and he's like, hey, I got to quit. And I was like, what do you mean you got to quit? And he's like, dude, I got cancer. I was like, okay, like, tell me about this. What do you got? Like, I don't know the ins and outs exactly because he wasn't like super forthcoming, but he's like, I got to get treatment. I think it was rectal cancer. So like, I think like the good cancer that you can get because it's the most treatable. And he was like, it's going to be like 15 grand. He's like, I don't know. I got to go like sell like all this stuff, whatever. So I went home to Jen and I was like, hey, Terry's got to quit. He's got cancer. And it was like, I don't even know, July. August, something like that. And she's like, "What's he gonna do for work?" I was like, "I don't know. Like I'm not that deep with people. Like, I'm sorry." And she's like, "Well, why don't we pay for his cancer treatment?" And I was like, "Okay. I don't know how much it is." She's like, "I don't know, whatever." So we paid for that. And then she was like, "Why don't you let him quit, quote unquote quit? And then at the end of the year, you just pay him salary through the end of the year." I was like, "Okay, whatever you want to do, boss. Like, you're 51% owner of this place. You do it." And so that's where it started. But it was like my purpose of that was like, if you can help people who have helped you and change people's lives, then why wouldn't you do that and make that change in somebody's life? And you can say whatever you want to say it is. You could Christ-like, you could be Santa Claus, you could be whatever. I say it's Christ-like, right?
Mhm.
Like if you change the people's lives around you, that's what it is. And so, like, I
I
don't
think
know.
it's cool, dude, because I mean, I feel like you understand. And I feel like I would get the same thing from you if I'm being honest. Like you're just like I don't know. I feel like I am just surrounded by some good people.
Yeah.
And I've got other friends that are the same. They called me, same thing. How much? I'm like,
Yep.
okay, you crazy animals, like stand down. Like, and I don't know. It's just cool that
Y
I don't know, just
Well,
surrounded
you
by
are
some good
what you
people.
attract.
Yeah,
You are what you attract.
Yeah, broke.
Well,
I'm on my way.
We're about to give it all. Yeah, it's freaking funny, dude. Yeah, ultimately it's cool, and I'm
yeah,
like curious. I want to hear your perspective on like once you,
everything sounds
dude,
like I'm an open book.
good. Like
We could do this all night.
I want to hear your perspective on okay. Once you heard that, like okay, I got to answer the call, like because it was pretty quick after you
It
hit
was
me
pretty
up,
quick. Yeah,
right?
it
Like
was pretty quick.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Sick. That's a whole event in 2 days.
Yeah, I don't even honestly, I just like my perspective was immediately I've never been I mean, I'm young, I'm 24. I was, I'm young. I've never really had the opportunity like I was telling you a little bit about yesterday on the phone, like if I was Elon Musk, every kid on planet Earth would know what Christmas is. There would be a single kid that didn't know what Christmas was or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate. Like I wouldn't let that fly. Every kid would get it. They'd have that opportunity, but I've never been in an opportunity to or been in a position to be able to do something like that. And I was like, and maybe I've been in a position to do it. I've I've never had anything come my way. That's why I kind of when I heard that guy say closed mouths don't get fed, like there's a lot of open mouths. There's a lot of people asking for help. And I'm like, what can I do in my realm that I know I can have some influence over? Like, what can I do? And within seconds, I was like, I know what I can do. I was like, I got some pretty good sway around here with like the youth. I've got some connections. I train a ton of kids from all over. I was like, let's put a camp together. Like, let's do something like that. So I freaking made the graphics. I texted my coaches. I know most of them had plans on that Sunday because it's the last day. Yesterday was the last day of summer because most everybody's, they got school today. And I know a few of them had plans to go boating or do whatever they were going to do. And I was like, guys, I was like, we're going to do football camp. There was one that was like, "When?" And I was like, "On Sunday." And they're like, "Well," and then I explained further, and it was like, "We're doing it for the Scoresby kid. Sounds like they're in a little bit of a rut, and they need an extra hand." And without hesitation, every coach texted me and was like, "We're in." And this is a group of coaches. Like these coaches, they do the same things as I do, or different things in ways. They train athletes kind of in their own areas, but these are guys that I've work really close with. Kind of like you said, like I'm going to surround myself with really good coaches, like really good people. Like I'm not going to associate with things I don't agree with or people I don't agree with or I don't see eye to eye with that don't meet the standards that I hold for myself and how I hold for business. You know what I mean? Anyway, all of them immediately said, let's do it. So then I made the graphics, I posted them out there, and I actually, this is what's crazy. You want to hear the crazy part? This
Yeah.
is nuts. So I posted the graphics, and then I texted Tamara Hall, who's the owner of Sonic. Texted
Yeah.
her. I texted Candace. I texted Amber McDaniel, Angela Christensen, and Tasha Goodworth. And the night before, Wednesday night, they had all met up at the high school, said, we need to put an event together this weekend. We don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. So then I posted it out there. And by damn, the next day I texted him and I said, I need your guys' help. I'm putting on a camp this weekend on Sunday. I need your guys' help. And they were like, what? We were, this is an answer to everything. We just had met last night. Like, this is it. This is supposed to be.
Wow.
So we had that I mean, it was less than 72 hours. I was stressed all week because I'm weird. I'm super weird. Like I'm like, I finally got to the point where I was like, I know any number's better than zero. but I was also a little nervous. I was like, man, I know it's Sunday. I know it's the last day before school goes back in session. I know a lot of people want to go, spend their last day as families. They've probably got dinner plans, whatever they got going on. I'm just like, I just hope this isn't a flop. Like, I don't want only 10 people to pull up. Like, I need more than 10 people to show up. Like, again, any number is better than 0, but I was like, I just am hoping this is a show. Like, I want everybody to get here. I want as many people as possible to pack the house out. I'm weird like that. If I'm going big, rewind that. If I'm going to do something, I want it to be big. Like, I want it to be a big deal. So I blasted it everywhere over social media. They did their part. I did everything I possibly could. I hate being on camera, but
Really?
literally, dude, that first reel that I posted at my facility,
Yeah.
that took me 3 hours to shoot, dude. I get so nervous.
It's harder than you think.
I get so
It's
antsy.
hard.
I'm so antsy behind the camera. I sit there and talk, and I have all these thoughts in my mind, and then I like stutter or best, and I'm like, I gotta do it again. I gotta restart. Like, it took me forever. I walked in the door at 8:00, and I didn't leave till 11:15 p.m. that night. And my wife's like, "Where in the hell have you been?" I was like,
I'm helping the kid.
I'm trying to put together this reel for this camp. She's like, it takes you 3 hours and 15 minutes. I'm like, yeah, it does. I was like, you know how I get behind the camera. You saw it when I was trying out for auditioning for the Chief of War. They gave me a script and I had to memorize it all and everything. I was on my off day, luckily, from college football. We had our day off. It was on Saturday. 8 hours later, I finally got the take I wanted. It was stressful, but dude, I mean, the community just rallied. I texted our local grid kid director. I texted a bunch of people, man. I just said, hey, we're putting on a camp this weekend. Use your connections, use your relationships. I need you to just spread the word. And so as soon as I posted it out there, people just started texting me and was like, oh, we'll be there on Sunday. Put us down. And I literally had a whole script typed out on my Apple Notes. And I was just copy and pasting every time somebody sent something like, this is where we're at. This is what we're doing. This is the purpose. Spread the word. Copy, paste, send. Copy, paste, send. I mean, I literally spent my whole weekend. This stupid phone, hate it, dude. I'm ready to shut it down for a month, honestly.
Yeah.
I was glued to my phone. Just copy, paste, rewind over and over. But I mean, dude, like you said, you get a lot of mouths talking about it, and all of a sudden it just spreads like a wildfire.
Yeah.
It doesn't slow down. It just keeps going, and I think we saw the results of that on yesterday afternoon. I don't know why I'm saying Sunday like it was 3 days ago. It was yesterday.
Slowed down today.
Yeah, it did slow down today. It feels nice, but
It does.
it was good. It was more than I thought it was going to be there. And to see, and not even the fact that it was like that. I mean, we go off of like communities like, oh, those are the Hillcrest guys. Those are the Thunder Ridge guys and all that. But it's like everybody was there. There was kids from Rexburg, Rigby. There was kids from Blackfoot that pulled up. Hell, there was kids from Preston and Pocatello that pulled up. Like,
That's cool.
Preston is 2 hours away, dude.
Yeah.
That's Logan, Utah, basically.
Yeah.
Like, making their way up to Idaho Falls just to come out for an hour and a half and just support. I think that's incredible. So, I mean, for what it was, I'm happy with how it turned out. But that was this is probably the longer answer of perspective than you wanted to hear. But
No, that's what
I just figured, where's my realm? Where do I have the most influence? Okay, now how can I use it for something like this? How can I use it for good? Something bigger than myself for those that can't, essentially, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
It's funny as you talk because about that, the video stuff is way harder than you would think.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been practicing this for almost 2 years now.
Oh, yeah.
And like people are like, oh, it's so easy. I'm like, you don't know.
No.
The first time I put a reel out, I mean, I think I spent all day where I'm like,
Yeah.
I sound like an idiot. I look like an idiot. What am I doing? Why am I stuttering? And now it's like, hey, I've put 2 years of work into figuring out how to do this, but then also to share emotion and a story
Right.
and know where to get the music and know how to overlay and know how to cut and know how to like, hey,
I'm getting there.
dude,
It's hard,
It
though.
is.
It's a process.
it is.
It is a process. You have all these ideas and thoughts and everything that you're trying to convey in your mind, but if
Mhm.
you're a beginner,
Yeah,
that takes all day.
it does.
It does.
I took all this stuff that I shot yesterday from the camp and I put it onto CapCut and I started clipping and I got like down to a minute and a half and now I'm stuck. Like,
Really?
now I gotta figure out what to do with it, like, how to so I was just like I took the external hard drive, and I was like, "Here you go, Devin. You can do your you can see what you get." Like, I've still got it all, and
Heck yeah.
I'm still working on it, but it's like, dang, it's
Do you
hard.
use computers to edit your stuff though?
I do both. I'll do phone
Oh,
or
I don't know how
computer.
to I use my cell phone. That's
I
probably
yeah.
half the battle.
I use my phone, but, like, I don't go off of what I do. My Instagram sucks. I get, like, 300 views on a post.
If it's serious, I use my computer because
Okay.
I feel like I can see it bigger.
Sure.
Maybe it's weird, whatever. But I'm like, I am fast on my phone though too. Like to be honest, I'm actually probably faster on my phone, but it is more detailed on my computer.
Right.
So
Yeah. I see on the phone, I get super tempted to just be like, "Auto cut," and
yeah,
click the AI and let it do its thing and make me a reel and just take my content I've shot and let it make its own reel for me, in which they don't ever get really great views.
yeah, I've done that before too, and it's always the same. Like it might even be cool for a minute, but
Yep.
it essentially those aren't. There's no hook.
Yep.
There's
Right.
no, like they're not actually giving you a message. Like it looks visually appealing to you because it's you, or like what's there. But to
Yeah.
someone else that's just doesn't know who you are, like just another guy, bing,
Yep. That makes sense.
So how do you hook someone? I mean, that's why everything I did was I practiced this, right? So
Right.
like, please stop scrolling. I put the hand
Oh
up.
yeah.
Please stop scrolling.
100%.
And I try to say something like, all right, and like,
Well, and the way you said it too. The way that you said it, I was like, it like sounded like it was important. I mean, it was important.
yeah,
There was I think there's so many things about those influencers, like they have their hooks and everything, but it just doesn't seem genuine sometimes. Like it's just clickbait.
It's
yeah,
not.
Just get me to click. Like when I heard the please stop scrolling, like it was like
There was emotion.
there's emotion behind it. Like that's like a real please stop scrolling. You got to hear this.
And some urgency to it. And Devin and I have talked about that since he put out that video, and then since like I don't know, there's probably a lot more people than I know that have reached out to Devin, but he sent me a text and he was like, "Dude, check this out." And I don't remember her name, but she's from Australia. She's got over 1 million viewers or 1 million followers. And
Wow.
he's like, "We made it to Australia or
yeah,
something, right?"
Oh.
And so she shared it on her story, like his first video. And I'm like, "That's cool." Because you're using what you've created, just like you took your gym, you took your group, and you made something happen for Tanner that is in your realm.
Right.
And so this like influencer who's got over 1 million followers took her realm and shared it out there. And so I was asking Devin, I was like, why don't more people do this? Like, why don't you see, like I saw Heavy D Sparks, I saw the Muscle, like these are just like
Yeah.
close around
Oh, yeah.
here people, right?
I know who those guys are.
The Foam House. There's probably like I think Hobbs, whatever his name is, something Hobbs that's here in Idaho Falls. Like there's like probably I don't even know 20 pretty decent
Right.
influencers, 250,000 plus followers, and I probably saw like 2 of them actually share something. Now maybe behind the scenes they did something right. Maybe they showed up and they dropped some cash. But it's like, why don't you just post that? Why don't you reshare this on your stories? Is it that
Don't
difficult?
get me started on that one.
Right? Exactly. So I personally reached out to this lady in Australia and I was like, "Hey, thank you. Thank you for doing that little piece to share that because you have no idea how big of a difference that could make." Like maybe it was at 30 grand and then all of a sudden she kicks in and people are like, "Oh dang." But maybe it's not. I don't know, but I'm just like,
That's so funny you say that because I was texting my group of coaches, and again, these group of coaches, well, they have their own training businesses. They do their thing, and here's what drives me nuts. I hate hypocrites. I
Yeah.
hate it. Pisses me off. Like you see all these other coaches that's like, "Oh, for the kids. I'm for the kids. Whatever. Like I would do anything for the community. Love it. Da 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 da." And I understand there's things that people have going on, and things get away. I get that, but like when it's blatant, it's blatant. Like I had a couple people that I reached out to. It was like, hey, I wouldn't say competitor brands, but like I reached out to a couple other coaches, like, hey, or trainers and people. It's like, hey, this is what we got going on. And there were some that I didn't, but it was like, hey, this is what we got going on. I got a camp. Please share it. Get your kids out here. Use your influence. Like if you want to help, please help. Crickets. Nothing. Left on red, seen. And that when I was driving home, because I was driving home from where I was at with my family, and I freaking had like I was 99% signal on this fundraising event all weekend long. Like I was locked in, but there was like 1% that was just kept chirping in my brain. I'm like, how come I can't get these other people that, are sayers and not doers? How come I can't get these other people to support it? Like freaking share it, dude. You've got all these followers. You train a lot of kids too, man. Get those kids out there. And it's crickets. And I just hate when people do that. It's like they have that influence and they ignore the call. They ignore the call for whatever the reason may be.
I wanna
Maybe
know
it's
what
because
the
it's not my business. Oh, that's not my business. It doesn't have my brand on it. I ain't gonna worry about it. Or it's like whatever. I mean, I don't even know Tanner. I didn't even train Tanner. I've watched film on him. I've done scouting reports on him. Like I've seen him play. He's a great athlete, but I don't know him. Again, I've crossed paths with him maybe once or twice. I'm sure he doesn't even know who I am. He's
Yeah.
probably like, I'm a cool high school kid. Who the frick is this dude? Like, I don't know who you are. Like, probably not. I mean, he seems like a great human being and obviously is, according to all of his friends and from what I've seen. But just that fact alone, dude, like yeah, kind of what you're saying though. There's some people that are sayers and then there's some that are doers.
Yeah.
I I've experienced this already. Like I've done these two big ones, like these two big fundraisers, right? And I sent my first one for Fatu and Brittany to tons of influencers because I was like, please, please, not one of them, not a single one. And
Crazy.
it is crazy.
Crazy.
And then some of these influencers did message me this time. And it's funny because I went back and they like messaged me and I'm like, that's funny. Like, why didn't you answer that time? Because
Right.
I saw my original message. Please just share this with your people. You
Right.
don't have to donate. Just let your people see this. And I really do want to know why.
Right.
I mean, I know why sometimes like it's hard for me because I mean, I don't have like this platform. So nobody asked me really to share anything except
Right.
now. People are like, oh, he's only got whatever amount of followers. But right now my page does have some traffic.
Right.
So I'm getting tons of people wanting me to share stuff.
Right.
So it can get annoying.
Right. No, I get it.
But
Dude, I thought what you guys did for Fought 2, there's a little bit of story, but I'm sure we'll get to it. We got all night to get to this, but freaking there's a little bit to Fought 2, and I actually know Fought 2 fairly well, better than most people realize, but I remember when you first started making those videos, dude, like I tried to share everything. I
Yeah.
tried to share everything. I know I commented a few times and you responded. But I tried to share everything like I wasn't able to give because I wasn't in the position. I wasn't, not at the time. If we could revert this everything forward a little bit, I would definitely be in the position to give. But freaking dude, we'll get to it. But Fought 2 did a lot for me, like to be able to get started, kind of where I'm at now, dude.
yeah,
And yeah, he's a special human being.
he's cool.
I don't think he knows how much I appreciate him, but he's a good dude. He works very hard. He's a very hard worker. Yeah, man. I mean, like you said, the whys and everything, man. If I could go back, I mean, because he gave me so much, and he may not even think it was that much, but dude, it honestly to the point that I'm at now. It was everything.
Yeah.
It really was. It was everything I needed. But yeah. I think there's a lot of reasons why, both good and bad. But in my instance, like that, like I wasn't in a position to give, but I knew I had connections still and I could just share it.
Yeah.
I could just give the word. And that's the thing that I think just irked me wrong. It's like you're in a position like you can share it. You can tell people you have connections. We might have the same connections, but the best part is you have different connections as well. Then I don't have any reach. Like I think that's what is, I mean, my thing, like you kind of mentioned yesterday, like I love the network. I love to obviously know as many people as I can.
Yeah.
Been through that. I love to know people. Like the more people you know, the better. The more you know. The
Yeah.
more you know, the more you know. Like, and I just that's always been, I feel like, my strong suit. Like just having that network. And I ended up sharing it. I had a bunch of people that I knew and they were like, "Oh, well, this is great. Thanks for sharing. Like we can definitely give something and to Fatu and his family." But yeah, man, freaking use your influence for good. Don't be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one that I think she was from South America. You might have seen it, but she posted like she made her own reel about this and then like referenced yours and then she was saying like if you can go, give $1, give whatever. And I was like, I wonder, are you like a big time influencer? She had like 300 followers.
Dang.
And I was like, it's cool. Like you're doing it.
Yeah.
Like you're not the big time influencer who's, I don't even know, buying followers, doing whatever. And then you don't do a damn thing with it. Like that's what gets me. It's like, you have potential to do such good. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Was it the girl from Colombia? Yeah, because she made one for Brielle.
Okay.
And I don't know how that's the first time I'd seen her, but she's like, "Yeah, I made some for Brielle." They're actually really cool looking. I went to her page, I'm like, "Whoa, like, I don't know how the heck you make that, dude."
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, Jen showed it to me and she was like, check this chick out. She's only got like 300 followers and
It's just from
she's
Colombia.
calling people out. And I'm like, I love it.
I think it's cool too. Yeah, I would like to know, but at the same time, like, I'm sure they got their reason, and whatever it is, it is. But it is funny, like, there are the things that there
There goes my daughter.
You guys said Scotty Hobbs?
Yeah.
He reached out to me.
He reached out to me too.
Is peptides?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Make Wellness or something like that.
It's a multi-level marketing.
Okay. I saw it. Yeah, he reached
pretty
out, and I've never met him, he just, like
Yeah.
I think he shared it. I don't know if he did. I think he shared it.
He
I
did.
don't know.
Yeah, and so, I
He
mean, it's just
donated, I'm pretty sure. I think he either donated directly to the family or you, because I
That's
told
cool.
him to.
oh, that's cool.
I was just telling people, honestly, when they were reaching out to me too, that was part of my camp. Like, they're like, "Oh, camp." And I was like, honestly, "Here's my Venmo link, but here's Devin's $1 dream. Here's the family's Venmo. Like, freaking, I don't even care. Just show up, pay somebody, give back, show up to camp. I'm good. I don't even care. Like,
Yeah.
help out in any way you
I
can."
think that's like, and even I think I need to clarify this too. So when people are asking, like when that girl was in my comments, right, saying like, "Hey, send directly to the family, send directly to the family."
Right.
When people would ask me where to send money, at first I was like, I have links in my bio or there's a
Right.
Venmo.
Right.
And as time, like I realized that was like the biggest question I got asked. And I made the same, your copy and paste message.
Yeah.
I made the same one, but
Yeah.
I'm like, you can donate directly through the website. You
Yep.
can go to Missy's Venmo, or I have 2 links in my bio. You can do either
Yeah.
one of those.
Either
And
one.
all going to the same place.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm trying to be respectful and know that your money is going where you want it to go. But and I don't know why I couldn't receive the same courtesy. I didn't do this for anything other than helping. And I don't, So, anyways, obviously that's stuck in my brain because it bugs me. It's like, I
get
mean,
you.
maybe it sounds egotistical, maybe it doesn't. Without the video, what? Still, those
Right.
boys made some money, which is
Right.
freaking cool. And I'm sure they probably could have done some other things to figure it out. But I loved helping,
Huh.
and I would never take that back. But why would somebody else want to rob me of that too? Like, make me like second guess myself.
You got nothing better to do.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't understand the purpose.
Freaking bots.
It may be.
It's a freaking bot.
Yeah, let's go with that. I'm just gonna go.
Just sitting
It's a
there.
bot. Yeah.
It's all those. Usually if it's something like that, you clearly have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
with
Well,
your
then I
life.
even looked at her and like she didn't share any of it. She didn't do anything. It was just no, send directly to the family. I was like,
But it was a family member.
and no, it wasn't a family
Oh,
member.
it wasn't a
actually.
family member.
It
Okay,
was-
I was about to say. I probably won't say what I'm about to say.
It was somebody in the community that's close to the family.
Okay.
I recognize from the last name, and I was just like, that's odd. It's
Hmm.
odd. Yeah. Again, I don't even like for me, and you're the same. I know we're all the same, right? No one cares about the credit.
Yeah,
What
well,
matters is
right.
that Tanner got what he needed.
Right.
But don't take that away from others when we put
Right.
ourselves. What did you do? You're trying to take this away. What did you do actually, other than troll my comments and oh no, it's just only them. I'm like, okay, you didn't trust me, but you trusted me enough to make a video. So okay, it's just it almost feels like let's use this guy. But on a positive note, very positive. That you were talking about the girls that met.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're the same girls that met or a separate girl group, but the day that the boys released their video, I got tagged in it a couple times and it got sent to me. That night, I decided, so it was the first day, right, that they sent. I was like, okay, that night, I decided the next morning I would make a video. I went to sleep and someone else had sent me the video again. So confirmation to me, right?
Right.
Like, I'll make a video. And as I'm driving to the gym at 4:45 a.m., I remember thinking, okay, like, what can I do? What can I do? How do I play this one? I'm like, I don't have a lot of money and I need to save what I can so I can continue to put out videos so people will believe me what I'm doing. And I was like, maybe I'll give them $500. And I was like, and I had this very strong feeling. It was like, give them all your money. And I was like, oh shit.
That's a robber.
dude, give me all your money. I was like, and I remember thinking that I'm like, are you sure? You know, like, I mean, I'm having this battle, whatever you want to talk, right? Like whether it's a spirit, whether it's me, whether it's into all these things, right? And a strong impression, give him all your money. I was like, okay, it matters that much. And so when it worked out, as I'm coming home from the gym, whatever, someone calls my wife, Devin needs to make a video for this. And I'm like, it was just wild.
Who was?
Her name is Aubrey Burt, and she lives in Arizona, but her friend or her sister-in-law is Tessa Taylor.
Oh, and Tessa, I freaking forgot to shout her out. It's her too.
Yeah.
Tessa's in that group.
So
I
apparently,
text her too. Sorry.
no.
I knew I was forgetting somebody. I freaking do. I'm a freaking.
Well, you just talked to 8 million people this weekend.
I did. But Tessa was one of them. All that group.
I think it was
That's
like
crazy.
Ingrid, I don't know do you know Ingrid? Brzee? Brzee?
Brzee. The Brzees. The Brzee
Yeah.
family. Yeah.
I mean, we're somehow friend group to know these people.
Yeah.
But they said the same thing where it's like, does anybody know Devin Hess? That night. And which is funny, was the night I decided I would do it. And I didn't know this until the next
Wow.
morning. You know, and so like when Aubrey called my wife and Jordan's like, well, yeah, he's already doing it. Like that's already happening. It's just crazy. So same things. Like I put out the video and you're like, I'm doing this. And then you text them like, oh, wow. Like, cause I feel like it was pretty quick. Like, I don't know how many people had actually seen the video. I don't know. I didn't know what to expect, but it is cool that like I don't know, people just listen. People do like these cool little things, like how it lines up. And then when I gave all my money, you know, I'm like, I thought the same thing as Tommy. I don't make a lot of money, but I have a HELOC that I've never touched. I'm like, if I don't make enough, I'll just pull out of my HELOC and pay for it.
Yeah.
And get a divorce because your wife would kill you.
She might be like, you idiot.
Yep.
But I'm like, I hope that would show people. And I think honestly, that's why I was pushed to like give them all your money, to know like, I'm not doing this for like money.
Right.
Right. I want to go and put good out.
Yeah.
And I feel like sadly, that sometimes takes money for people to like, some people are in hard circumstance.
Right.
Like not a lot of people can give someone $75,000.
No.
So I'm like, but if I could help people that like Tanner that don't have $75,000, but they didn't choose to have cancer.
Right.
Like I mean, that is so fulfilling. to
Yeah.
me. So that's why I was like, okay, give them all your money. And maybe that
Yeah.
showed something in the video that it was supposed to show.
Yeah.
Like I dumped it.
Well, and if it's not, I mean, if it's not clear to people by now what you do, and if it's not evident, then again, obviously they've got nothing better to do. They
Maybe.
probably have nothing better to do than just. I mean, there are people that are out there like that. They just want to.
Just trolling.
They just want to watch you fall. They
Yeah.
just want to sit there and watch you fall. And they
I
just want to
know.
just keep. They just
I
doing,
don't
bro.
know.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
That's something that it makes me think about the whole influencer thing is like, if they don't get the credit
They're
for
not gonna do
starting
it.
it, then they don't want it.
Exactly.
It's like, it's not for me.
That's not what it's for.
Yeah. And that's what I think that pisses me off.
Like if
more
there
than-
would have been another trainer that freaking is like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna throw together a camp, I'd have been all over it. For hell's sakes, I'd have shared the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse my mouth, but I would have.
I was thinking
Anybody
about
else that put on a camp, I would have freaking as soon as I saw it.
Boom.
Now, boom, I'm sharing it with my guys. I'll text you. What do you need help? You need me to come around the station? I got you all day. Whatever you need.
Yeah. That made me think of it yesterday when I was at the camp taking video and stuff. And I was like, where are all the Idaho Falls coaches at? Where are all the Idaho Falls kids at?
Well, it's cool though. Like it's like, yeah, we have our differences. We've
Mhm.
had our differences, but it's like we could still come together.
So like I did see, going back, coaches and teams and stuff that weren't there. And I'm like, guys, if I was a coach of grid kid of probably not
Whatever.
grid kid, that's a little tough, right? But if it was
Yeah.
like the high school coach, let's say, I don't even know who the new Idaho Falls high school coach is.
Right.
But if I was him, I'd be like, dude, varsity, we're going.
Right.
Every one of you will show up on Sunday
Yeah.
and we will be there.
Yeah.
If it's a deal with money, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But you're going to be there.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would there be a question? Same thing with
Right.
Hillcrest. Like I only saw a handful of Hillcrest kids. And I'm like, where were you guys at?
Right.
Sweetwood was there, and that's the only one that I knew that was really
Yeah.
maybe a lineman.
There's a few.
Yeah, and I was like,
But
why
It's
where
like,
are you
where's
guys at?
everybody?
Yeah, seriously. I don't get that. If I was a coach, I'd be like,
Let's go.
you're
There's
going.
sayers
Else
and
we're
there's
gonna be
doers.
some runners on Monday.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be football players, you're gonna be
It's true.
track stars.
Yeah.
I think that's what's cool about even what we're doing, right? Is a lot of this stuff we're just connecting ourselves with the people we know
Oh yeah.
are going to help
Yeah.
regardless of what's happening.
Yep.
And so just like yesterday, like you saw the people that show up.
Yeah.
Now it's the same way. Like if I have something big going on or you do,
yeah.
it's like, I know I can reach out to you. Like,
Yeah.
I can reach out to you. I know I can reach out to every single vendor that showed
Yeah.
up. hey, we're trying to help this person.
That's so crazy because that's what I was telling other people, and I was like, I don't want this to come off selfish, but like I'm reassured. I think I said it in my one of my reels. Like like I feel reassured that I can like pick up the phone, make a post, text people, call people, whatever. This is what I got going on. I need you there. There's people, a lot of them, obviously, that will answer the call and we're in. We'll be there. What do you need? Who can we get?
Yeah, it's cool.
It's cool,
It
like,
is.
because then you know you can do that.
Mhm.
Like, I had a feeling I could do something like that, but I didn't really know quite yet. And I mean, again, after last night, like, I'm reassured, like, I've got a community of people that are behind me. I'm behind them too. Like, if they ever needed anything and had anything going on, I'm in.
Yeah.
But, like, that just makes you feel good. Like, it's like, "Oh, there are people out there that, I have a little bit of an influence on." Like, I can like, I've got a community behind me that
Yeah.
if World's End meets, they're there. They're
Yeah.
gonna be there.
I think I think business too, because I think a lot about business because I'm a business owner, but it's like if you the people who stepped up last night
Right.
and were there and who did things in the in Instagram or whatever,
Right.
it was like Project Lean Nation sip, like Blacksmith hamburgers or whatever that was there last night. Far's ice cream.
Smithy Burger,
Yeah, Smithy Burger.
one of the best hamburgers I've ever had, by the way.
Yeah, like Homestead Pizza, like all those guys. If I think about like, hey dudes, we're gonna go to dinner tonight, or let's go get a soda. It's not gonna be Fixology or somebody else now. It's gonna
No,
be Hip Sip. And not
absolutely.
saying that Fixology didn't want to help,
Yeah,
but it's like those people that showed up last night
I did that today.
are
That's
gonna
so
be
funny. I went to go get a drink with my wife, and it's like, "Fix out." Nope, Hip Sip.
yeah,
We're
Yeah.
going.
right.
It's done.
Dude,
We're going to Hip
Candace
Sip.
is cool as hell too.
Yeah, she's super dope.
And again, it's not saying that no other businesses wanted to or didn't or whatever,
Yeah.
but it's like those people come to my mind now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Bill, oh my gosh, Call, like with Far's ice cream, like that family's solid, dude.
I just
Like,
met them this weekend too. Super.
yeah.
I met them too, yeah.
Yeah.
Super cool.
We did
Him and his
concrete
wife?
for his dad over there at Far's.
Oh, that's cool.
It was so funny. He's like,
That's
go
so
and
sweet.
go into the cooler. There's like a cooler in the lobby. Just walk in, get some ice cream, take them to your guys. It's all
Yeah.
good.
That's so sweet.
But yeah, they're a
That's so
solid
dope.
family. But like, those are the kinds of businesses that I think about that are like, okay, I'm going to support you.
Right.
You stepped up for the people that like in a time of need of somebody that when, Devin, you guys put this on, you stepped up. I'm going to support you.
Oh, I appreciate
Well,
it.
think
And
about
it's
the
like-
ultimate marketing strategy too. It's selfishly. Let's think about this selfishly.
Sure.
Which none of this was done in selfish. I feel like if it was selfish, you could tell. But the people that answered, right? Like, okay, marketing wise, what is top of mind this fundraiser? Where can I be top of mind? Being part of the fundraiser.
Right.
Inevitably, we use this network of good
Yeah.
to also elevate ourselves. Like all ships rise with the tide.
Yeah.
Everyone's going up.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you get involved? It could be Fixology versus Hipsit.
Could have both there,
Dude,
honestly. I mean,
seriously.
I don't know how well it would have worked out, but you could. Yeah.
I mean, that's the
That would
thing,
have been
it's like,
great.
Why not?
I think it's just the more the merrier at that point. But at the same time, like, that's selfish, right? Like, you could look at it completely selfishly and doing something good for your own benefit. Like, I don't know how. I was thinking about
Yeah.
that today. I'm like, this is like ultimate marketing.
Mhm.
And the fact that people don't, you didn't make any money.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
You gave, but at
Oh,
the
yeah.
same time,
You
it's going
returned.
to come back.
It'll come back. It always does.
Yeah.
When you serve others and do good on others, it comes around.
100%.
Goes
Funny.
around, comes around.
Yeah.
In both ways.
Yeah.
One of those coaches.
That's funny, dude. Yeah, it's been cool though. Like ultimately, the it sucks because it seems like that comes off negatively,
Right.
but it's just a question.
Yeah.
Like I have the same thing. Like, yeah, why block your people
Yeah.
from
Where are
the
you at,
good,
bro?
and then why stop yourself from the good?
I think that comes back to the conversation that you and I had today, or that we had with Braden, and that is that like ultimately there has to be money made at some point in time, but
Yeah.
it has to be made to better the situation and to better like the future. So like we talked today about like Devin, and I will say like, and I'll back him up forever, is that he has like this huge push and pull of like, do you take money from a fundraiser? Do you not take money from a fundraiser? Do you give 100%? Do you give 90%? Do you like what? And my personal opinion like, is that I don't know if there's a percentage or whatever, but you have to take something at some point. And it's not necessarily it's for personal gain because obviously we all have bills.
Right.
But let's say in the example today was you make $100,000, you take 10%, $10,000 goes to the nonprofit because Devin ultimately is a nonprofit. And so now it's like, okay, I got to fly to Arizona. Who's paying for that? If somebody in the community doesn't step up and fly
Right.
him down there and pay for hotel and meals and
Right.
this and that and the other,
On you.
yeah. And so
Yeah.
it's like, okay, now take that out of your pocket. Well, what pocket do you take that out of? Because you just gave
just
4 grand
all
to
of
the
it.
kid, you know? And
Yeah.
then it's like, well, now you got, so you have to have this $10,000 over here on the side that pays for that pays for marketing to do the next one. Like ultimately it's marketing and you have to like, you can't just do one video and expect every single time for it to work out.
Right.
Like you have to grow a following, you have to have marketing, you have to pay money to do stuff. It's like, but then people are ultimately going to be like, "You're a greedy bastard.
What are
You're
you doing
taking
though?
money from
What are
this."
you doing?
Yeah, right.
What are
Um,
you doing?
I have such a weird
Just sitting at home watching, obviously.
Yeah.
You're obviously watching, you're not doing much.
yeah, watching and picking me apart.
Yeah. But you have time to watch.
I'm still conflicted about all of it because the beauty of it is that there is no gain.
Yeah.
You know, like the gain is for the greater good. But the amount of time, like I couldn't do my job at all last week. And I'm thankful that I have somebody that, I mean, I do marketing for a business, right? I do their social media, not all their marketing. That's how I make my money right now. And then this is the least amount of money I've made in 10 plus years. I told you a little about how I can pull this off, right?
Right.
I don't have a mortgage, but because I don't have a mortgage, am I just not, it's like this game. Like I still have goals. I
Right.
still want to like be able to get my kids a different place to live.
Yeah.
And without the videos, the good doesn't happen, you know? It's like there will be inevitably some good that happens, right? If it was just the boys' video, then awesome. Like they did a really good job. And I feel like they probably felt really good. But like I am happy that I was able to use the experience and everything I've learned to help blow it up for them, you know? But yeah, so it's people keep calling it this conduit, right? This conduit for good. And like, yeah, what do you do? Because with this 50 gyms fundraiser tour I want to do, I was just planning on paying out of my pocket to do it all, but I'm like, I don't know if I can go outside the state.
We don't have 50 gyms in Idaho Falls to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of
Yeah.
money. And my business doesn't even have money. Like,
Right.
I don't even, can you call a nonprofit a business? I don't know.
It's a business.
So, I mean, it's got an EIN. So, yeah, I have a nonprofit. Did you
Yeah.
know that?
Figured.
Yeah. So I started after Fatu's, I started well, not even right after in June, filed for a nonprofit knowing that I wanted to do more good stuff.
Right.
And so, yeah. Anyways, but yeah, I don't have anything. I mean, there's still operation costs, but I'm like, it's this weird thing,
Yeah.
you know, that I mind F myself. Cause the beauty of the good is like the good is happening for nothing more than a kid that needs help
Right.
getting cancer treatment, you know, but I can't do my job and do that at the same time.
Right.
I didn't. And I'm grateful that Braden is just like chill. He's like, good job, you know? But if I could do that for 1,000,000 people, I want to do that for 1,000,000 people. How? Yeah. How? I don't know. Don't freaking know.
Yeah.
I'd love to help 1,000,000 kids with cancer.
I'll do it again and again, man. Freaking, I mean, I said this to a few other people last night and even this morning. Like, as much as it pains you to say, unfortunately, this may not be the last time you do something like that, but I'm game. I'll put on
Right.
another freaking camp and we'll make that one blow up. Freaking, I'll do it 20 times over
Yeah.
a day.
That's cool.
It was so cool.
Freaking kids are calling me to time out.
No, you're good.
Hello?
I'm actually going to take this.
But I can't remember what we ended on. Oh, like being conflicted, right?
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, as I am conflicted, but at the same time, no matter what happens, I don't think that would prevent me from doing anything.
Right.
And I would inevitably help as many of the people as I could with no personal gain ever. And I feel like I would hope after helping 28 people, which I have, that not everybody knows about, that I've documented on my phone.
Right.
Every person I've gave money to, everything, that like people would see that. But it just is what it is. The world, I mean, the internet's going to be the internet. People are going to say whatever they want to say. And that's okay. It just is what it is. Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt a little bit.
Right.
But because I want to be able to, if I have, call it a gift, right? If it's this gift of whatever this is that I've worked on, because I literally felt, this is funny. I felt inspired to do this stuff too, because the first time for Brittany and Fatu, when we helped them, I had a media company come and help me get the word out. And they just donated their time, which was cool. Obviously, they couldn't do that all the time. And so I took it upon myself to tell myself I would learn everything that I could so I could continue to do this.
Right.
So I bought my own camera equipment. I bought my own mics. I bought everything and my laptop, my editing software so I could help people.
Yeah.
That is why I have that set up downstairs. So, and I took it upon myself to learn everything I could to market, tell a story,
Mm.
hit people in their emotions, and for the greater good.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm not, but it obviously worked a couple times.
Right.
So I don't know. I do love it. It is fun. At the same time, inevitably, I know I maybe you shared this. I don't know. Someone shared this where it's like, stop looking so far out that you don't just take the next step, whatever that is. Like, and I've been telling myself this thing, like, stop trying to define everything
Right.
and just keep doing what you feel like you need to do, which is
Yep.
this. I do feel like that. And whether it turns into I can hire a couple kids to help me do videos, it takes time,
Yeah.
or not. Something will happen. I feel it.
All good things take time.
Yeah. And so whether that's through a
That's it.
nonprofit or someone's like, hey, I thought about this too, like, because I didn't want to take people's donations. Like, and not take, right? That sounds like weird, but like use people's donations that are going to someone to go to my nonprofit instead.
Right.
But I'm like, I wonder if I could find businesses that would sponsor me to do good things.
Yeah.
And then all the donations still go to the people, which they have this
Yeah.
whole time,
Right.
but I obviously, yeah, I don't make a living that way. And sounds sad. And I hate to even admit this on air because it's probably wrong, but I put way more time into helping people than I do doing what I'm paid to do.
Right.
And I would rather, I mean, yeah, I would,
You'd rather do
sadly,
that.
I'd rather do that.
Rather do that.
But ultimately, I've told myself as conflicted as I get of what the path forward is for that, and because I've thought about that, like even your situation, right? Like, and I'm not saying it goes back to this marketing, right? And I
Right.
know you're doing this out of the goodness of your heart, but
Right.
hopefully in the end, it does return in a way like those kids remembered what you did,
Yeah.
and like I want to train with that guy.
Well, and I've always been like that. I mean, I have kids. I have a couple kids that I train, high school kids that it's like have rough home situations, and it's like, coach, I really want to train. Like I want to be here, but my family doesn't have the funds. Who cares? I don't care.
Yeah,
Just come in and train for free. But in return, you're going to do something for me. Whether you're going to clean the gym, I'm going to have you come in, you're going to clean the gym before we leave at night,
yeah,
or you're going to put everything away after we're done, or you're going to come to my house and you're going to mow my lawn. You're going to do something for me in return. But that's always, I mean, I've just done it. Again, I've always said, like, when you do things like that for people, it always comes back. It really does. Like,
mhm,
I can't tell you how many times I've had that same situation. Coach, I can't quite afford that. Well, okay, well, let's cut you a deal. We'll do this, but if I'm gonna let you come in and train, and I need you to come, I need you to do something for me, right? Like I've had, even opportunities where I've done little things. Like I helped out with the flag football camp a couple years back, first, second, third graders, and I had one kid that couldn't afford to pay to train for the summer. I was like, okay, here's the deal. This camp is Monday through Thursday from 9 in the morning to 11 or noon or something like that. It's like 3 or 4 hour camp. I was like, here's the deal. You're going to help me for this entire week and we're good on training. That's what I need you to do for me. That's it. So he showed up, freaking, he showed up, coached that camp for me, came every class, didn't miss one, obviously all summer long. I mean, and I'm not saying it's because of working with me or anything. I never give credit to myself. It's always the kids. The kids deserve the credit when they come in and train. Like at the end of the day, my saying is, I'm the light, not the path, right? I have the map. Now it's your job to follow it. Like
yeah,
that's you. That's your decision. But I mean, he balled out. Now he's one of the best players in the area by far. I'm not going to say his name for word, but it's things like that. Like it just pays itself back. Now he's successful. He's got a great job for a high school kid. He freaking is a great young man. I freaking love this kid like he's my own kid. Like, and we're dang near the same. I mean, not dang near the same age, but we're almost there. Like, it's crazy to me to think that sometimes some of these kids like are only 8, 9, 10 years younger than me, and it's like, I freaking treat you like you're my own kid. But I just think kind of going what we were talking about. I get sidetracked super easy, but like when you, yeah, it always pays itself back at some point or another. It
It'll
always
come back.
does. It does. I know it does for a fact.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more for opportunity, man. I don't know. I mean, I was fortunate and blessed and lucky enough to be, my parents did well. They freaking sacrificed everything they could for us. Like, I mean, it wasn't like I was ever struggling or anything like that, but I've always had that feeling in my heart. Like I hate to see others receive less opportunity for something as stupid as finances.
Yeah.
Like that's something we can work on. Like
Yeah.
there's other ways to fix that. It's not that hard.
You're essentially mirroring that belief to
Yes.
even this boy, right? That we help with cancer.
Yeah.
It sucks that something as simple as finances preventing you from getting a
Yeah.
treatment. Like, bro, save his fucking life.
Yes.
Why are we saying, sorry, dog, you didn't pay us enough money. We can't save your life. What the heck?
Be Mr. Miyagi. Make him go wax on, wax off. Paint that fence, man.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, man, like, I don't know, the healthcare, all that stuff. But it is cool. And so here's a question, a thought, right? Because this is how do I continue to do this?
Right.
Because I don't have something in return that I can monetize. Does that make sense? Like, I'm going to do this anyways. But if I could focus solely on this, how many people could we help? But how, and I've thought many ways, like, okay, hopefully the platform gets big enough that like I could just get paid by the platforms. Who knows? But I have no idea how much that stuff pays. I have no idea. If you look at most people that have a platform, it seems like they also have a business
Right.
that they're promoting or they promoted and blah, blah, but I don't have that. I don't have anything I'm selling. I don't have anything it's all just good. Like, it's all just goodness is what I don't know. I really don't know. And that's where I get stuck. I'm like, okay, well, I could get t-shirts, but I'm like, well, now I'm just throwing another thing in there to like take away from what this is.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a great question. No, it really is.
Because I mean, yeah,
I'm
like,
gonna think about that
yeah,
one.
like yours, right? Out of the goodness of your heart, you do these things and it's not for the return, but in return will hopefully inevitably come through
Yeah.
your training, which you have
Yeah.
monetized, right? Like that's how you afford to live and people
Yeah.
understand that. Like I got to pay this guy for his services, and I don't want people to come to me that are obviously in need and like, we got to pay this guy for his services. Like, no, I would never do that.
Right.
But how,
If I could coach every kid, I would do it for free.
Yeah.
I would. But the reality
You
is
still gotta
you
eat.
gotta put food on the table
Yeah.
for
Right.
well,
your wife
and
and your kids. You have to.
then beyond that too, like let's work for something more than just food, right?
Right.
Let's at least enjoy life.
Yeah.
Let's be able to afford a couple vacations,
Right.
Let's be able to get a nice car. Like, it
Right.
doesn't have to be a freaking Lamborghini,
Right.
but like at least one that doesn't break down.
Right.
So I don't know. It's something that I don't know. And I come back to the same conclusion. Just keep going. I feel immense guilt. I do, because I'm not doing the job I'm paid to do. And I can't do both. It's too much. I don't know. And thankfully, the people that are paying me this last week, I told them, like, you don't have to pay me next month. Like, I'm sorry. And they're like, we don't care. We want you to do that. But I'm like, yeah, but you can't just want me to do that and pay me forever and me not do anything.
Maybe you're their charity case.
That might be, dude.
I'd say follow your heart.
Yeah.
Follow what you feel is right. Follow what you feel is right.
I mean, ultimately, it's like, I don't know, because
I
this
think
is,
you know.
I
think you do.
ultimately, deep down, I know that I can't just do this forever and not be able to do some things that I want to do.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm so conflicted, dude. And it's annoying. It bugs the hell out of me. Because I don't want to. Maybe that's why that girl's in my comments. She can feel it. She can sense that I'm conflicted. Like, how do I make this grow to what it could be? Because imagine if I had 3 other people on my team
Right.
that like I'm able to like pay, that we can all do media.
Right.
Like, and this is our job, and we put 40 hours a week into doing this
Right.
together. That would be, I can't imagine in my mind, I'm like, it would be unstoppable. But I'm just me, and I'm one human. You know how that is, right? Running this event. It's like people are probably asking like, oh, maybe giving you ideas and maybe telling you what you should do. And you're like, I am busy. You do your idea and I will help you promote it. That's why I loved what you did, because you're like, hey, if I make a video, will you share it? I'm like, hell yeah, I will.
Yeah.
And I'll share the shit out of it.
Yeah.
and I'll make a video on it as well when I talk about the update,
Yeah.
you know? But when people are like, "Hey, what you should do this." I'm like, "You have no
You have
idea
no idea.
what goes
Why
into
don't you
this."
do it?
Yeah. And I had multiple people tell me that, "Oh, you should do this. Oh, you could do this." And I'm like, "You do it."
You do it.
If you're inspired, don't inspire me. Like, I am inspired to do this right now. Barely the capacity
Do
to
your
pull this
part.
off. Yeah.
Your part.
But it's like, I mean, Tommy, same thing. He's like, "I don't know, what can I do?" "Oh, I can just come get videos and support and make sure Devin doesn't pass out at the gym." So I almost did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, freak, man. So it is. There's a lot that goes into it, and you see it. Like, running a big event, dude, that's
Yeah.
a lot of coordinating.
Yeah.
It's a lot of talking. I don't know how many people you had to talk to, but I
And
have an idea.
I didn't keep count.
You can't. And it's the same. Like, I had multiple influencers on here,
Right.
which I'm like trying to make sure, all right, and I'm also the contact of like sharing the message. Like, all right, what's happening with Tanner? Where are we at here? What can I share? You know, all right, where are we at with the money? Okay, where are we at with these events? Where do I need to be?
Right.
Like, and it's just me. I'm like, dude, it's wild.
Yeah.
But the talking, I feel like luckily, and I said this before, like Tommy was all over a lot of my messages or like my comments on the Instagram story. And then I had a friend, Aubrey, who was all over my TikTok. I think she responded to
Thousands of people.
thousands of people for me.
I didn't respond to thousands, like 5.
You did something, dude. And their Instagram isn't like comment heavy like TikTok is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she just did it because she's like, I can't donate, but I can do this.
Yeah.
And the amount of people she, I'm sure, converted into getting donations for Tanner of just sharing a simple, and we had the same thing where it's like, send this. If they ask where to send the money, give them all the options and they can choose. And so I'm like, it was cool, man. And I could not have done that. There's no way.
Yeah.
The amount of messages I received, like personal DMs, insane.
That's what I thought was pretty cool too about it. Like, you stepped up, Oakley, and you did your thing. The Idaho Falls Grid Kid, okay.
Good job.
They
Grid
did a
Kid.
car wash.
Yeah.
And so my son, he played on that team that is the 8th grade team, Coach Bloom's team. And they did a car wash. They raised like $5,000.
Yeah.
It's like nobody, I didn't know about it. Like, did you know about it before it was
I didn't.
even happening?
Well, actually,
Like,
I did. Yeah. No. Mark texted me actually.
Was Mark the coach?
Yeah. The
Okay.
coach.
and it was like, it wasn't like, hey, should we do this? Should we make this happen? It was just like, we're doing
We're
it.
doing it.
And it was like 8th grade kids after the jamboree. We have lunch at 11 o'clock pizza. You're washing cars from noon to 5.
Those are great kids.
Yeah. And it was
That's
like,
a great group
it was
of
great.
kids. That's so
And
sweet.
yeah,
So
those freaking kids made some cash.
yeah.
it-
It's freaking cool.
Yeah, it was like, and those are the things that are cool. Like, they don't ask how it was. It was like, and then Project Lean Nation, like, they just posted their thing up. HipZip posted their thing up. Like, a lady that I follow on Instagram because a real estate investor, she owns a soda shop in Rexburg. Like, she just did 50% of the proceeds or whatever it was. Like, just goes back to it. It's like, if you want to help, just help. Do it.
Just help.
Nobody's gonna say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be like, whoa, only 50%. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Do what you can do. Yeah. Just,
Do what you can do.
there's
I got to that point with the camp too. Like I had advertised $20 an athlete, but at that point I really like sat back and thought about it. I'm like, $20 might be hard for some people. So then I just started when, I started talking to people. I was like, honestly, at this point, if all you can do is $1, great. Like, don't be scared of $20. Like, if all you can do is $1, great. Bring your kid, drop $1. We're good. Like, I don't even care. You know what I mean?
yeah. Do what you can do.
Anything, do what you can do.
Mhm.
Do what you feel is comfortable and or right. Whatever you feel like you can do, do it. Do it.
Yeah, I think that's what's cool. And I think seeing the people that did that is also, it's very inspiring. And it's still hard to not look at the other side of it and be like, why didn't other people do stuff?
Mhm.
Like, I think that's just the brain. I think that's like, it's not even like, it may come off as negative speaking it out loud, but it is one of those questions like, what would convert someone that didn't do anything to do something? I don't know. Like, I really don't. But I had multiple people, like some lady, I think in Boise, she made like a whole story about it and it was cool. And I wish she would have tagged me. I don't think she did, but she followed me. She's like, hey, we've been able to raise over $500,000 for these things. We've sent semis to the wildfires, all this stuff. I want to help you.
Wow.
What can I do? And she's like, I have a platform. She has like 80,000 followers or something. And I was like, I'm about to make a video. Please reshare it. So she reshared it and then she made her own video, same thing, and
Yeah.
shared it with everybody. And
Yeah.
Who knows? But then, like, yeah, Brielle, like her mom, she got in her stories and her stories pop off. Like she's got like an army of people, dude. Do you know who
What's it
Brielle is?
I don't.
That's so right after Fatu's fundraiser, I got asked to help with Brielle's.
Okay.
She is a young girl with cancer, and like she's which I don't even like to say this because I don't know what is respectful and what's not, but
Right.
like it appears as if it may be the end, like of the rope for which sucks. But I have a friend who built an entire house for her, all through donations. But I helped with the fundraising portion. It was just another voice. I just added as another voice. Like I don't have any money, but
Mhm.
I can be another voice.
Yeah.
So I just helped with a little bit of the fundraising portion. Well, she got on her stories and she raised $15,000 in 8 hours just from her following, just from like, hey, and she doesn't use her platform to raise money for other people. And she said that she's like, I don't accept nominations, but I will repost people that I trust and believe in because she's been burned. So, and that's another one is I wonder why people don't help because maybe people have been burned,
Hmm.
you know?
Could be.
But Kendra, which was super cool, and she sent it all. Just I was super thankful because I'm like, thanks for trusting me enough to know that this is all going where I said it would go.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, and in her own hardship, right? Her own daughter is going through it.
Yeah.
So I play all these scenarios, and maybe it's because I need to stop. Gone nuts. But ultimately, in the end, right? All this has happened for the
Yeah.
greater good, and all ships rise with the tide. Everybody that was
Beautiful.
involved in this was elevated
Oh.
one way or another. Like you said, I do believe that I need to just not worry about the monetary side of this. I do believe in some way, whatever way that looks like, I'll be able to feed my family through this. I
Yeah.
don't know what that is. I think it will come, like I don't know. And I put a lot of thought into it. But
Yeah.
being part of something to like ultimately hopefully save someone's life is cool. And I think
Yeah.
the coolest part of all of it, and like why it was so easy to hop on, maybe the same reason is like these boys weren't just asking for a handout.
Huh.
Right? The boys that started it, like they
They're
were out.
they're 17 and 18-year-old kids,
Yeah, they
right?
don't have any
You
money.
you got better I mean, not better things, I hate to say that.
Other
Well,
things on
yeah,
their
there
mind.
are yeah, they got other things on their mind probably.
Yeah.
You got young kids, or I guess older young kids that are not worried about what they wanna do or going to parties
Yeah.
or hanging out with each other, going who the frick knows where. They're more worried about saving their best friend.
Yeah. And that's why I was like,
That's a different level. That's a
yeah.
thought that not every 17 and 18-year-old kid has on their mind,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm glad I got that information too because that wasn't shared in the original video, right? What they had been doing. Like, and when I found that out, I was like, that is the piece. And I mean, I was talking to the person that had reached out, right? That was giving me the information of like the story. And like I said, I put a lot of time and effort into figuring out messaging and marketing,
Right.
which maybe will come off as like, oh, he just marketed the crap out of us. I mean, like marketing is still messaging, right? Like, how do I convey a message the right way with emotion, but to help people feel like they can join something and rally? That's what I'd learned, right? That's what I've been trying to learn, and that's why I told her, I'm like, I need this, I need this information, this information, this information, and
Mm.
I need it as fast as you can get it to me.
Right.
And then when she told me the boys, she sent me the picture of the boys. They were praying, and that they've been going door to door and selling plasma. And this, I'm like, done, and I went. It was cool. I'm like, that's what I needed. No, there's weird things in messaging, but I feel like you convey a message good too, dude. Even though you say it's hard for you to be on camera, I wouldn't have guessed that that was your first time putting together. I mean, you didn't clip anything out either, right? Like a lot of mine, I have like 40-second pauses where I'm like, get this out of my head the right way.
No, I mean, I just redid it. I just like, yeah. I hate being in front of a camera.
Dude,
I don't know why. I mean, I've been behind the news. I've been behind the camera plenty of times. I mean, it's just weird for me. I don't know.
it's probably weird to hear your voice. You're like,
Hate it. That's probably what it is. I hate hearing my voice on camera.
Yeah.
That's why I bought some sweet mics. It kind of
Yeah.
helps a little bit.
it does.
So I'm like, yeah, my mics are pretty nice. My voice sounds a little bit better. Like I don't sound so weird anymore.
That's funny.
It sounds better.
The first video I ever shot, right when I started getting into this, like stuff that was a message coming from me, I shot it 74 times. Took
Yeah.
me all day. I'm not
Man.
kidding you. Over 10 hours of me doing something, and I'm like, I think that's the part that people don't see.
That's
you
enough
know?
for somebody to just give up and be like, I'm not doing this
I
anymore.
remember
Like
looking at
it's fine, I'm done. That can just go. I'm on
Yeah.
to something new.
Well, I did it all day during work, right? I did it all day. And then I went home that night and went in my closet and continued and continued. And I remember going out to my wife and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, look at all these files. It's crazy. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
I feel like you're naturally gifted at
Well, I
that.
appreciate it.
That's cool.
I
That's
appreciate
not
it.
easy.
No, it's not. I mean, I've been in leadership positions before. I mean, I yeah, I've done my rounds around the block. Like I'm not afraid to speak in front of people. I mean, as corny as it sounds, like I'm a student council kid. I'm a football kid. Like I was the freaking class school president all growing
That's
up
cool.
from middle school to freshman year, freaking football dude. Like playing at the high school collegiate level. Like I know how to lead. I feel like I know how to lead.
That's sweet, man.
I know how to lead. I
Oh,
feel
you did
like
great. I mean, I feel like you led a whole event
Yeah.
and,
yeah.
over 200 plus people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I
that's
want to
pretty
know
cool.
what did you learn and what would you do different on this next one? I have a feeling there'll be a next one.
Yeah, I have a feeling there will be a next
And it might not be for the same reason, but
yeah.
who knows?
What did I learn? I learned that it was cool for sure. I learned that I live for that, man. Like I said, I've never been in that position to be able to do something like that until recently. And I feel like um I don't even know. I feel like it went as well as I could have had it gone, honestly.
Did you feel and this is weird, but, like, did you feel like an energy?
But yeah, 100%.
Is it
I vibe off energy. I vibe off of energy. Like when there's good energy, freaking I thrive off of it, man. I've been a part of great locker rooms. I've been a part of poor locker rooms. Like there's a
Mhm.
very distinct difference in what's a good locker room and what's not a good locker room. You're usually winning games and you're doing really well when you're in a good locker room, and when you're in a bad locker room, it's not going. Like I don't even know. Like for less than 72 hours to put something to that scale in a way to have it come to fruition. I can't say that I would do anything better. I mean, just get more people out there, I guess. That would be the one thing. Just get more and more support, as much people out there as possible.
I think it's cool. I think one thing too is, like, to always remember is, like, as the energy flows, right? Like, again, you are a conduit for good. Because you think about, are we picking this up?
I don't know. We got the whole flock of geese flying over.
That's funny.
Oh yeah,
There
that's
we
picking it
go.
up.
There we got it. But, like, as you're this conduit for good, I've thought a lot about this too, because obviously we crushed the goal, but you almost, like, gotta remember what it's all for, and I feel like, for me, this one was, like, the youth, and it was just hit me hard, I think because of the boys, that started it, and I was like, "This is for kids. This one is." And I mean, obviously for Tanner, right?
Right.
But the amount I have so many pictures on my phone of little kids coming and giving me money.
Yeah.
I'm like, "That is so cool," and kids that are stopping by, like, their parents showing them the videos. There's 2 kids last night, they came up, saw the videos, and, like, I went and sold door to door with my dad, and I was saving for a dirt bike, but I wanna give you $100 of my dirt bike money.
That's
And
incredible.
I'm like, "It's cool." Like, if you can be that conduit for these kids to see a bigger picture
Yeah.
and, like, get them involved now, imagine when they're 24. I
That's
think
how I look at it.
I do the same thing in you. I'm like, and I'm not saying
Well, that's how I look at it.
but, like, I'm 34, I'm 10 years older
Yeah.
than you. I'm like, I can't even imagine what you will have done in 10 years, 34, right?
Yeah.
I just started this last year,
Yeah.
and I'm like, imagine if I had 10 years of experience doing
Yeah.
this.
I've been training kids for a long time, but that's always been my thing. Like I have 3 coaches that I just love. I don't know. Obviously you guys are both football guys. It seems like it, at least. Like my probably Mount Rushmore, like coaches that I love. I love Coach Prime. Obviously, I love Coach Prime. I love Coach Sataki over at BYU. Phenomenal. And then I love Dan Campbell for Detroit. I'm not even a Detroit fan, but
That
those
guy
are
is
those 3 coaches. Is funny because I was like, I had somebody ask me like, what's your coaching style? Like, who do you try to base your coaching style off of? This is probably about a year or 2 ago, but I was like, that's a really good question. But as I've like kind of like you're saying, like the way that I look at it is like how like training is one thing. Like obviously you're coming in, I'm trying to make you the best athlete I possibly can make you. Okay. But more importantly, sports is a privilege at the end of the day. It only lasts so long. You get to use it, and some of us are lucky enough to go do it at the next level. Like at some point, it's going to come to an end. Right? What am I setting you up for beyond sports? because sports is this much, you got the rest of your life. You got 60, 70, some lucky if you are 80 more years out of your life. I mean, on average, you're done with sports by the time you're probably 19 or 20. What am I setting you up for beyond just the athletic side of things? What are you learning from me besides how to run faster, how to catch the ball, or how to see the field better? That like I got to be able to teach you more than that. And so, I mean, and we do. I do other things, like I talk to the kids, and obviously something like this though, like that's an opportunity for me to show you, like this is what it's all about. Honestly, this is as corny as it sounds, like, and we were talking about platforms a second ago. Like my favorite superhero is Spider-Man. But it's a real saying. It's like with great power comes great responsibility. Like when you're put in a position and you have a platform, use it. Use it for good as much as you can. Like that is your responsibility. And you can't ignore that. I mean, you can't. You can't ignore that.
Actually
Like
like that about Dion.
you've been given that platform.
'Cause,
Use
yeah, it
it.
seems like he
Don't
does.
ignore it. And they do. They do. Like those are anyway.
I loved that Coach Sataki sent out the video to Tanner. Did you
Did
see
you
those?
see that?
You didn't see that?
No.
Yeah, dude. He sent, I think on the second day.
I wanted to know if that was a recent video, if that was like a
Oh,
repost.
no way.
I don't know. So him and then a running back, maybe like a linebacker
Yeah.
at the end, something like that. Yeah, they sent out a video
That's so
to
cool.
Tanner, like posted on it on social media, and but it reminds me of the talk that Sataki gave. I don't know if it was in front of his whole team, if it was
Oh, is it the
at a fire.
devotional?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was the team devotional.
yeah,
Yeah.
where the BYU players came up to him when he was in school and like gave him a hug, told him he's loved, whatever, and like that carries on. It obviously carries on,
Right.
and he shows it. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah. But yeah, like it's just so much more than just training to be good at sport. I'm trying to set you up for life at the same time. Like there's so many, I mean, I said it yesterday during our little devotional. Like I do this because I had a great experience. Like I had a great high school career. I had a decent college career. Like I played in games I didn't play in others. I couldn't, my thing is I couldn't deal with injury. I kept getting injured. I could never stay healthy. I have no freaking idea. I have a couple ideas, but like I just at some point it ends, and you got to be able to separate. Ball is life. That's what I am. I'm a football player. Ball is life. Ball is life. And it's like, no, it's not actually. It really isn't. If you don't know how to differentiate between who you are and what you do, you're going to have a rough go. Like that's a big part for me. Like when I train these kids, like the reality is, guys, not everybody is going to be a Division I football player. Not everybody's going to be Division I whatever, or even Division III or JUCO. You're going to be one day, it's the real world. Like you gotta be able to differentiate, and you got to be able to use what you do for good. Like I'll never forget freaking when I was done, I try to tell kids, like I freaking, from the time I was a fourth grader, I worked out in my backyard every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, while all my friends were doing whatever they do. Like my vision as a kid was I am going to the NFL. I'm going to do it. My dad played college football, but I was like, I'm going to outdo you. I'm going to go to the NFL. And obviously I'm not in the NFL. I'm sitting right here, but I'll never forget when I ended up being done with college football. My wife was pregnant and everything at the time. And I fell into like probably a 2-week slump. Like I was like, man, I freaking worked every day of my life to achieve that goal and I couldn't get it. I didn't make it. I did some things that I said I was going to do, but I didn't fulfill the entire goal. And in a way I was like, okay, I can sit here and I can piss and moan about it, or I could use something that I feel like is my greatest failure and flip it around and use it to impact other kids. And that's where, and again, we'll probably get into all the good stuff, but like that's where training kind of kicked off for me. Like I had trained kids a little bit. I've been training kids since 2020 when we thought the world was going to end. Like I've been doing that. We freaking got sent home from college, and we freaking 1 week turned into 2 weeks turned into a month turned into 5 months later, like before we had to report back. So I was at home here in town. I'm like, what am I going to do? Like I can work out and see my family, and my friends are getting sent home from their missions because the world's shutting down. Like that was cool. But I was like, I could do something. Like there's got to be something I can do. So I started training kids. But then I had that 2-week slump, and that's when I ran into Fatu and some of those things. I was like, I can either sit here and piss and moan or figure it out and use it for good.
Yeah, that's awesome. I had a conversation with my daughter out here on this porch that one night she came home. I don't remember. It was from Arizona because they went to for a Hillcrest. They went to Arizona for a Section 7 basketball tournament, and they were. She came home and she was like bumming. And I was like, "What's up, dude? Like, why? Like, why are you? You just got back from a cool tournament. Like, you guys kicked butt. You did awesome. Like, Hillcrest varsity crushed it at that tournament."
Right.
And she's like, "I don't know. I don't know what I want to do." I'm like, "Dude, you're a freaking freshman in high school. Like, you're gonna be a sophomore. What do you mean you don't know what you want to do?" And she's like, "Well, I just all the girls were talking, like the seniors, and about going on a mission or going to do this or whatever." And she's like, "I just don't know if I want to play basketball after high school." And I was
Hmm.
like, "Who cares?" And she's like, "Well, what if I put in all of this time and all of this effort to play basketball in high school, and then like I get to a senior year and I graduate, and even if I have offers, if I'm like, I don't want to go do that, I want to go on my mission." And it's like, "Okay, then go on your mission." Or don't, or whatever you wanna do, right? And then
Right.
and she's like, "Well, what if I just wanna be done and not play basketball and just go have a job or go get married or whatever?" And I was like, "Then go do that." And I said, "But dude, you can't, like, put in the work now for it and be like a baller and just give it everything you have." And I said,
Yeah.
"Because you're gonna learn lessons on the court and in the weight room
Oh
and
yeah.
on the field and playing soccer, doing whatever that you would never learn in a classroom
Oh yeah.
that I can't teach you, like that a coach will never be able to teach you. Like people are not going to be able to teach you these lessons that you learn of yourself by putting it all out there on the line
100%.
while you're playing.
Right.
Like you're going to get knocked down, you're going to get back up, you're going to learn this about yourself, you're going to physically, mentally stronger. Like everything is going to be different. But if you quit now, like you won't have those
Oh yeah.
lessons. So who cares if you quit when you're a
Oh
senior?
yeah.
But
Who
like,
cares?
give it everything you got for the time
Absolutely.
being.
There's so many great life lessons in sports. It's unbelievable. No, all kinds of, I mean, man, my whole personality, the things I've learned are all around sports. They really are at the end of the day. I think
Yeah.
that's why I love it so much. I know like the number one thing for me is like, I was a pretty good athlete. Like I was blessed, obviously, and gifted in ways, but like, I mean, there were guys that were bigger than me, there were guys that were stronger than me, I'm sure there were a few that were faster than me, but the one thing, like, I knew, and I still apply to this day when it comes to training and working with these kids is, like, I'm gonna be the hardest worker out there. You aren't gonna beat me. If there's one thing I know, nobody can outwork me. Like, you might be stronger than me and faster than me and better than me at other things, but work ethically, you can't touch me. There's no way. There's no way. I already know you can't. You can't.
Where do you think that came from?
Honestly, I think that came from there's a mix of things. I mean, obviously being a young kid, I think I've always been motivated since I was a young kid. Like I said, I'm not even joking to you. Like when I look you square in the eye, like I spent as a fourth grader, like I spent every day working out. Like that was my goal. That was my dream as a six as a however old you are, and I almost said 6 years old in fourth grade. That'd be crazy. But however old you are in fourth grade, like that was my goal.
What, 10, 11?
10 or 11 years old, I'm going to the NFL. Like, I think there's that. And I think the way that I think I talked about it a little bit earlier, like my parents supported all of us brothers and they continue to do so, but it wasn't just given. You know what I mean? Like, you had to work hard. Like, my dad's like, I'll make sure you get all your cleats. I'll make sure you get your pads, your jersey, your helmet, everything you need. But if that's what you're going to do, then I need you to do it at 100%. Otherwise, I'm not going to waste my time. It's like, okay, I see that now. Like that's what I try to do. Everything I do, like I'm gonna go 100% or it's all in or it's all out. I mean, that's another great lesson that I freaking learned in college sports. You're either in or you're out. There is no in between. There's not. You
Yeah.
can't. You can't. There's no way.
Yeah, stop meddling around in the middle.
Stop meddling around in the middle. You can't.
Nah, I agree full-heartedly. I think there's a lot of people that, even, like, answers, right? "Hey, can you do this?" I could try."
No.
No, you either will or you will not, and you're
Yep.
gonna tell me
Yeah.
yes or no, because if it's no, I'm going to the next or whatever that is, like, or you are not doing this, someone else is, or
Yeah.
yeah, stop messing around, like, just commit or don't.
Yeah.
And yeah, just don't tell me what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Just do it.
And I think it comes from, I mean, the work ethic. I mean, again, I just think that's, I don't know, that's something I've always prided myself on is work hard, man. Like if you work hard, I mean, it's usually going to go in your favor.
Come from your dad? Like, your mom?
I think it comes from both my parents. I mean, like I said, my parents made sure we were always supported in everything we did. My dad was a manager at Lowe's Home Improvement. Like, I mean, it's a great job. It did what it needed to do, but I
Yeah.
mean, he worked hard. He did everything he could. Mom, I was fortunate enough to have a stay-at-home mom who cooked 3 meals a day, made sure our clothes were washed, made sure our equipment was ready to go, made sure we had everything we needed. Like, I mean, that's where I think maybe more than anything, maybe less than hard work or more than hard work beyond that, I think it was more sacrifice. I think that's the biggest one. I think that's the biggest life lesson I think I've learned from sports. Either
Sacrifice.
hard work, sacrifice, or definitely being selfless.
Where does sacrifice fit in? Like what taught you sacrifice in sports and growing up?
I think there's a couple ways to look at sacrifice. I think the biggest thing for me was like, I know it sounds cliche and I know everybody says it, but it's like when you have to give some things up that you probably want for other things that you want. Like, again, I'll relate it back to being a little kid, and it probably relates. I relate most things to being a young kid. I mean, because that's who I work with, high school, middle school youth athletes. Like, it's like when all your friends are at the party, what are you doing? When all your buddies want to go hang out, what are you doing? Like, are you prioritizing and are you taking care of your business and things that you need to do? Or is it like you put those things on the back burner? Like, what are you doing to set yourself up sacrifice wise? And then freaking the biggest one for me, man, and I think selflessness and sacrifice kind of coincide with each other. I think they're the same thing in ways. Like for me, if you were to talk to me at senior year, like as an athlete in a way, you're pretty self-centered. Like you're really focused on you. It's all like about me. And even well into my college year, like I was like so always focused about me. Like I ended up, me and my wife, I've known my wife since we were in middle school. Um, and we ended up getting married while we were in college. And even after that, I had played football for another 2 years after we got married, and it was always like I workouts, this, like, everything was focused on me, and I think the greatest calling I've ever had in my life, and I'm sure you guys will agree to this, is being a father. There's nothing and I'm a young father. I have a 2-year-old, and I have one on the way, but that moment, I'll never forget it. I was at a football camp. This is the Saturday before Father's Day. Anyway, I'm helping out at this football camp. I get home. I walk in the door. My wife's sitting there at the kitchen bar, and she's just sitting there, and she's like, "Hi, babe. How are you?" I'm like, "Wait a minute. Hold up. What's going on here? There's something up. Like, I can smell it already." I'm like, "This isn't normally it. You got something you're going to tell me."
You're never this nice
And we had
to
talked
me.
about it, like, "This is weird." She's like, "Oh, I got you a little gift, and here's some." I'm like, "Okay, what's up? Like, what's in the box?" You know what I mean? And, it's a pregnancy test, and there's an ultrasound and everything in there, and I'm like, at that moment, because I had always told her and I had told everybody, like, "I am not having any kids until I'm done with school and I'm done with sports, like, we're not going down that route." Here I am in the middle of football and in school, and by damn, my wife's pregnant. I'm like,
You know how that happens?
yeah,
Okay.
I do
Just
know how
wanted
that happens. I do know how that happens.
How did this happen,
How
Ben?
did this happen? And, I'll never forget it. I was so upset.
Really?
I was so mad. I was so mad at everything. I was mad at her. I was mad at me. I was mad at the world. I was mad at everybody. Not like outright, but I was just like, come on. This is going to screw it all up for me.
Because you had a plan?
I had a plan, and this was not part of the plan. And I think becoming a father and a husband, for me, that's when it all flipped. Like it's the most important and the most fulfilling thing I've ever done in my entire life. And I wouldn't have it any other way. But if you saw me from what I was to what I am now, because of things like that, it's completely, I'm in ways, a very different person. Very different. I'm not as self-centered as I probably used to be, as some people might think I was. Like now for me, like I try to put everybody before me. Even at times, I freaking bending over backwards. Like I try to, like, for every kid that comes in and trains, for every parent I have that I'm doing business with, I'm taking care of your kid. Like you are trusting me to work with your kid. You're going to send your kid and allow me to see them twice a week or 3 times a week or 4 times a week, whatever times a week it is. Like I'm going to freaking make sure that you guys are taken care of. Like that is my job. My job is to make sure I take care of your kids in every aspect. Like I am teaching them good lessons. I'm teaching them good standards. I am making them better athletes, but more importantly, a better human being. Like that's just how I roll, man. That's my thing. Like I think it's probably, yeah, it's probably selflessness, sacrifice, and hard work. And nobody's going to be able to do it better than I can. I know that for a fact. Like, that's my attitude. And I know there's other really great people out there that are coaches and trainers. And again, my style is not going to fit everybody. I know that. Like, I'm aware of that. Like, not everybody's going to rock with your style. That's all right. That's all right. But I can tell you one thing, ain't nobody going to take better care of your kids than me.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever I need to do. Frickin' I give kids rides all the time. I've had kids I can't make it to camp. It's all the way in wherever. I can't make it. Let's go.
Get it.
Where do we need to go? Ogden. Done. Let's go to Ogden. I'll take you. Really? Yep. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Pack your shit. Let's go.
Get in the chopper.
Yeah. Get in the chopper.
We got to get that locked up for you, right? We got to get that helicopter, that Oakley helicopter on lock now.
Yeah.
We're going to need it if we're going to continue to do this stuff, okay?
I think my brother might be getting one.
Really?
I'm serious.
It's good to know people.
I think my little brother might be. But yeah, dude, there's so much. Yeah, I could do this.
That's cool. Oh, dude,
I
me
could sit here
too.
and talk
I'm the same. I think it's cool.
so much, dude. You frickin', I'm an open book, dude. You want to know it? Let's get personal.
I want to know. So you train a lot of high school, a lot of middle school, but I have personal reasons why I want to know this. Obviously, because like my daughter, like I tell her all the time, but it doesn't matter what a dad tells their kid. Like you'll learn one day that your 2-year-old now is going to be like, "Hey, Dad, yeah, you played college ball. You're a trainer. You don't know what you're talking about." Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah.
no, that's not how it is. When they're 24, you're like, "Damn it, I should have listened to Dad."
Yeah.
But so, like, what do you see out there for parents with kids that are athletes and that are? I'm not going to say that my daughter's like the best,
Sure.
but she has attributes that could make her
Sure.
freaking awesome.
Right.
And like all of my kids do. Like my son, that kid is an animal. He's not the biggest, he's not the strongest, but like he's autistic and he wrestles and that kid will never quit. He won one match in 2 years and he never quit. And he was
Right.
like, "Is it practice day?" "Yep, we're going." "Okay,
Okay.
let's go." And then it was like, and so anyways, just like people don't outwork him, but he may not be the most athletic and
Right.
the best, but you're not going to outwork
No.
that kid. Anyways, so like back to the high school age kids, like I understand sacrifice. And
Yeah.
that's where like, yeah, you can't go to all the parties or you
Right.
can't go out on a Thursday night or
Right.
do whatever. Like you got to go work. But
Parents.
how do you instill, how do you instill that without being an asshole
Right.
or because you can't say, "Reese," that's my daughter's name.
Right.
"Reese, you're not going to that. You're going to go train," because
Right.
ultimately then it's going to be a half-ass training session
Right.
or whatever. And then
Right.
they're going to be like, I almost lost her to basketball. Like I say lost her, like she almost quit basketball
Sure.
because she went to play 2 years ago on a travel team
Sure.
where they went to like Texas, Arizona, South Carolina, like
Sure.
like travel crazy.
Right.
And she was like, "This sucks. Like
Yeah.
this is not fun." And so I was like, "Fine, quit."
Oh.
Like not quit basketball, but quit that
Yeah.
team. Like be done.
Sure.
Go play 3-on-3 ball over
Yeah.
in Rigby with Ryan Hatch. Like
Yeah.
whatever, go have fun, get it back. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of my selfish question is how do you see that as a coach?
How do you instill it?
Yeah.
How do you instill those things?
Yeah, like because you can see drive in kids, but ultimately I think that they have to see it. But how do you make them see that?
Honestly, like my answer to that question would be, and this is something I say to all my kids all the time, and luckily I've got some great kids and I think I have a good way of conveying the message. But for me, like when a kid comes in and trains, and I always have the parents come in and sit and meet with me before I've got the same spiel. Like at the end of the day, again, I'm the light, not the path. That's on you. Like I can give you all the tools necessary. I can give you everything I want. At the end of the day, if you don't want it and if you put 50% in, you're going to get 50% back. You put 100% in, you're going to get 100% back. So really at the end of the day, it ain't on me as a coach. It's on you, the athlete. Like what do you want out of this? Are you here to train just because, oh, Johnny and Timmy do it, I want to be a part of it? Or are you doing it because that's what you want to do? Like really at the end of the day, and it's always been something for like my parents, all parents, I'm sure you guys always say the same thing. You can't want it more than they want it for themselves. That's what I always say. It's like it's your decision. That all the power on those types of things, and I say to every kid, like that's on you. That's your decision. Like you can go as far as you want with it, or you don't have to go very far and you can do other things. Like that's fine either way. Right. And we'll be up front. Like I'll talk to parents all the time. How's my kid doing? I don't know that he's in it. I don't know that he wants to do it.
Yeah.
I'd probably reconsider, maybe have a conversation and figure out what it is we want to do. Right. So honestly, that's my answer to that. It's just like you can't want it more than them. Like you have to have a serious talk down and they got to be able to see it in themselves. And it's, I mean, I have a great example. Like, for example, I don't know if you guys all know Preston McDaniel. He's a Thunder Ridge kid. He plays there. He's a tight end. He had, I think,
Oh, I think
he had
I've
like
hey,
20 offers or something this past offseason, and he's
Sick.
committed to Utah State. Like, I mean, that kid is one of those kids that's never missed. I could count on my one hand how many sessions I've had with him over the last 3 or 4 years that I've trained. Like, I think he's missed maybe 3 or 4 sessions, and those 3 or 4 sessions were for very, very good reasons. But it's like he wanted it. He wanted it. Like, I'm like, "What are we training for? I wanna go play college football. I wanna get my school paid for. Done. We can do that. I've been down that road. I can tell you how to do that. I can show you how to do that." But at the end of the day,
You
that's
gotta
on
put the
you.
work.
That's on you. I'll give you every tool. I'll give you every piece of experience, every piece of knowledge, everything I've ever been through, and more if I can. But at the end of the day, that's you, man. Like, that ain't me. So that's probably my really long answer to that question. But you can't want it more for your kids than you want it. I mean, and that's like something for me, like, again, that was me as a fourth grader. Like, I freaking wanted it. Like, I worked hard. My other brothers, no. Like, my dad wanted them to. They just didn't want it. So my dad stopped investing. It was like, you obviously don't want to do it.
yeah.
Like, what do you want to do? Oh, I want to work, Dad. Great. I'll find somebody that I know. You can go be an apprentice for the local contractor here in town. Now that brother's frickin' has jobs in Soda Springs, Island Park, all over Idaho Falls. Frickin' 3 trucks. He's 22. He's got 4 or 5 Highlander cows. He's got a razor boat, everything. Like, but my point being is like, and I'm not saying that to gloat and be like, oh, this is the, you know what I mean? But it's like, you got to figure out what you want and attack it. It's all for the taking. Depends if you want it as bad or not. You can't want it more than you want it than they want.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like I said, that was that hard lesson that we learned, like, is that, and I actually think this is a really good lesson for parents because you hear it all the time,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
with club ball. Like club ball
Oh,
is the devil. I mean, it's really good.
it
Don't get me
is.
wrong,
It
but
can be.
it is like, I mean, they like take your soul and
Oh,
then they're
yeah.
like, you on this team? Give me your soul.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Yep, exactly. And it's
Yeah.
like, and then the kids, I think, I don't know. I mean, maybe they get burnt out, maybe they don't, maybe
Oh, they do.
and it's like, but like, it's almost like the parents just
Parents are
push
hard. You
and
trust me.
push and push. And that was a lesson, like, that was a lesson because I think pride played a big part into it because when my daughter made that team, we're like, hell yeah, this is big for you, dude. Like, this is
Yeah.
awesome. You worked hard for this. And
Yeah.
then, like, now you made this travel team and everything. And, like, this is great. You're killing it. And then it was like, it kind of like made this like slow but very progressive turn of like, it was almost for us, not her. You know,
Right.
it was like, she loved it. It was great. She made the team. And then it was like, hey, you got to do this. Hey, you got to do that. Hey, you got to do this. And she basically got to the point where she's like, I'm not going to do any of that. And it was like, dude, you have to. You're going to go to Texas next week. Like, you better be balling right now. Like, you better be out in the gym. And she was like, well, I'm good. And we're like, all right, duly noted. We got it. All right.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we
That's
knew
funny.
that she was done with it at that point, that it was like, yep, this is not any longer for you. This is a pride thing for parents.
I think there's a lot of parents that put a lot of pressure on their kids. I don't know why. I think there's a lot to it. I'm not, that's not a shot to anybody. I
No,
mean,
I think as a parent myself, something I feel like I've learned in a short amount of time, right? My oldest is 11, and I heard this somewhere. I was listening to parenting advice because sometimes I feel like I'm a good parent, sometimes I feel like I'm a shit parent. And how do I discipline? How do I do these things? And I think it'll come for everybody. Everybody gets to
Right.
learn it. But the one thing that always resonated with me that I heard someone said, your kids will never grow up what you want them to be. They will never be what you want them to be. They will be what they want to be. And they are typically 2 different things. And the cool part is that's okay. And I see that in my son, right? Like when I played football, when I played baseball, I was the same as you. I was out, and it was probably for other reasons because I thought like, cool, yeah, I could go to the league or all these things, but like, I think I just want to get out of my house. I just want to go hang out with like my friends, but I
Right.
want to do like sports because I'm competitive.
Right.
And so baseball and stuff, and I was aggressive and I was these things. And like my boy is so naturally gifted with speed. He
Yeah.
is so effing fast, but he has very little aggression. I'm like, if you paired your speed with any sort of just anger, but he has the biggest heart, I think, of
Yeah.
any kid I've probably ever met.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. He doesn't want to physically hurt anyone. Like, even when he tackles them, I think he literally feels bad when he tackles kids. I'm like,
That's great.
"Bro,
Still great.
it's okay. Like, that's the game.
Yeah.
Go get him." Like,
Yeah.
and at first I was really hard on him about that, like, to where I was pissed. I'm
Yeah.
mad. I'm like, "Figure it out, dude. Let's go."
Yeah.
Like trying to pump it up. And I'm like, I heard that and I'm like, okay, it ain't up to me. He's going to be what he feels he needs to be. And I need to be the person that he leans on
Yeah.
when he's down.
Yeah. I think it was there's a reel on Instagram. It's on I think it's Des Bryant that reads it, but it's like don't be your he reads it and you can hear it. I mean, he gets really emotional when he's reading it. He's got it on his screensaver on his phone, but it's like don't be you're the voice that they remember inside their head. Don't be their inner critic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want
Be their inner cheerleader.
Apple TV, there's a show called Stick. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it.
Dude,
Is it funny?
It is funny.
It looks funny.
But it is a good one. It's about golf, and I cannot remember the guy's name.
The main guy.
Yeah.
It's Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's a golf pro, and then, like, he goes through all this stuff, and, like, anyways, the kid that is, like, the protege is, like, 16 years old, and he's gonna go to PGA because he's a badass golfer, and what it comes down to is, like, it's the same thing as the kid has this, like, switch in his head because his dad at tournaments was, like, when he was doing great, he was his biggest cheerleader.
Yeah.
When he started hitting bad shots, he's like, "What are you doing? You suck. You're sucking right now. Like, pull it together." And then it was like, but then it just, like, snapped that kid and he went just downhill. And he ended up quitting golf. And then, like, Owen Wilson got him back into it, whatever. But that reminds me of that, is like, yeah, that's the voice that kid hears,
Yeah.
is like his dad. And then his dad also left him, like, and, for more
Yeah.
drama. But that's what he heard.
Right.
Like, when he hit a bad shot, it was like his dad telling him,
Yeah.
that was a terrible shot. What are you
Yeah.
doing? You better
Yeah.
pull it together.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not saying like you can't be. I mean, I'm talking off of different experiences. Like, as bad as it sounds, like it was kind of, I mean, I wouldn't say it was like that, but kids respond differently now. They're a little bit different. Like,
Yeah.
I remember being a kid, like I was a high schooler, and I remember coming home on Friday nights every night, and my dad would be sitting at the kitchen table ready to go. I'd bring my girlfriend, who's now my wife, over, and it'd be like, we're watching film. And it's like,
But I wanted to do other things.
Can her and I watch film together? You just go in the other room.
but it's like, I mean, again, I wouldn't say you can't critique though either. Like, I wouldn't say that. I think there's some criticism that is good. Like, you got to have a little bit. I think that's the other. I mean, there's so many different sides to things that I see in athletes. Like, I would say on the same coin that kids don't get critiqued enough.
There's things I see in you and the way you act that remind me of me
Yeah,
when I was younger.
sure.
Obviously, like optimism, right? You're very
Sure.
happy. You're very optimistic.
Yeah,
Where do you think that comes from?
being happy and optimistic.
Or where do you feel like that's been tested? That's hard too, because I mean, like, and I don't say this. I mean, it's hard because you're 24, but I feel
Yeah.
like you're very wise. I feel like
Yeah.
you obviously have a good head on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Some people go through things when they're young,
Yeah.
like Tanner. He's going to have a different
Yeah.
experience than I ever did because I never had cancer, right? He's going to carry something after this when he survives because I'm
Right.
putting this out in the universe, right? That
Right.
he's going to make it. So
I think here's a couple things. I think the happiness and the optimism for me, I think I'm one of those guys. I think this is part of my personality. Like, I believe that there are things that happen for a reason. Like, there's always a reason that things happen. Like, they don't just happen. Like, I believe things happen for a reason. And I'm kind of one of those guys that's like, I'm like, again, my plan is to go play professional football. Didn't go as planned. Okay. That's obviously not meant for me. Like, I'm meant to do something else. And I think I found that calling. I just always been one of those guys that's like, make of it what you will. Like, I just try to, it was something that I found this lesson out after I'd finished playing college football and my wife was pregnant. This is at the original gym that I used to train at once I finished. And I was like, I had somebody ask me about, how's your wife pregnancy? What are you excited? Anything like that? And I was like, I just don't know. And this individual was like, well, it is what you're going to make it. He's like, if you treat it as the biggest joy of your life, then when it shows up, it'll be the biggest joy of your life. But if you treat that child as a burden, then it'll be a burden. It is what you make it. And I think that's always been something that I've tried to, ever since then, I've thought about, like, I've everything, whether good or bad, it's happening for a reason, and it is what you make it out to be.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, like, again, my whole thing of how I got to the point of training athletes, that wasn't my plan. I went to school to go be a doctor.
Yeah.
That was my plan. I have a biomedical sciences major.
Are you going to go to plastic surgery?
I wanted to be, right? I wanted to be a PA. Like, I wanted to have my own, I wanted to work with families. I wanted to help people. That was my plan. Like, I want to help people. Like, I've always known that I wanted to help people. I just never knew in what capacity.
Yeah.
I was originally attracted to being a doctor because I love science, and I'm a freaking science nerd. Like, I love all that stuff, like chemistry and physiology, anatomy, all that stuff. I love that. Like, that's I love that. But on the flip side, as like a super young kid, like, I've been coaching. I could honestly, really, if it came down to coaching, not even just training, like, I've been coaching probably since technically I was a 7th grader.
Dang, dude.
Like, I would help my dad when he coached my little brother's teams. I would always be there at every practice if I had the opportunity. Like, if I didn't have football practice, I was there helping young little kids that were 3rd, 4th, 5th grade.
Dang.
I'm only a little bit older than you, but
Yeah.
I still got some tricks.
That's cool.
So that's, for me, like, I don't even know how I got onto that, but, like, just try to find the joy and just know that everything's happening for a reason, and you make of it what you will. It
Yeah, I
could
think
either be really positive or it could be really negative. I could sit here and, again, piss and moan that things don't go my way, or I can take it and
Mhm.
make something of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like when I was, before we had Reese, it was always like, I'm not ready for a kid. I'm not ready for
Yeah.
a kid. And everybody's like, doesn't matter. Hold on for the ride. Kind of same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you make it what it is.
You make it what it is. It's the best thing. I think even when I have people reach out to me, like, that are really good friends, like some of my best friends are really good friends, like, man, what should I be feeling? And I say that quote every single time. It'll be the biggest joy of your life if you treat it as such. And if you treat it as the biggest burden, it'll be the biggest burden of your life. You decide. And it goes back to the training thing. You decide.
Yeah.
You decide. You make of it what you will. And I've had things. I've had bad things happen. I'm not a life's been a smooth ride. Like, there's been bad things that have happened in life, but
Yeah.
it all happens for a reason. Like, I think once you have that knowledge, I mean, and we have our own different beliefs. I think it goes back to the belief system that I have. Like, everything happens for a reason.
That's crazy because I mean, even going into belief, right? Like yesterday, you're like, "Hey, you say the prayer." Like, into the sun god, my man. And there's no disrespect, right? Like,
Yeah,
for
no,
me,
of course.
it's like, I mean, I was raised. This is gonna sound, and I don't know how to, like, because I would never tell people this, that I would want to change their mind in any way. Okay?
Right.
I was raised LDS. Like,
Sure.
I did everything. Like,
Right.
I didn't go on a mission, but as I got older, I just, like, I've obviously had a problem with people telling me what to do.
Right. Oh, I get it.
And so, like, I just figured things out,
Yeah.
whatever. But when you told me to pray, it's like almost out of respect. It's like I don't want to be the person that's like pretending, because I just am who I am. And then
Right.
out of respect, like when I say I don't pray, I do pray, but in a different way,
Yeah.
right? Not in the sense of like how the LDS church prays.
Sure.
It's weird.
Sure.
But I've just been very,
Yeah.
I kind of step back. I look at things. I try to be open-minded.
Yeah.
I try not to be like, there are things that I think inevitably when you look at both sides of the fence, like things that you can say yes, and then things
Yeah.
you can be like, it sounds negative, but it's hard when you're trying to look at the whole picture
Right.
to not feel ways. It's a globe of feeling,
Yeah.
and like when you see it from every angle. But yeah, so it's hard to talk to that. And the reason I asked about the optimism, right, is because I always grew up very, very optimistic and happy.
Yeah.
And I still feel like I do that.
Yeah.
But as I've gotten older, I've looked at things a different way. And I still lean on optimism and all these happiness. But there's this little inkling of me that's like, I've seen things in my life and experienced some things where I'm like, it hurts a little bit. It's weird. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it really.
I've always said, my saying to people, you got to have bad days to know the good days.
Yeah.
Sunshine all the time makes a desert.
Yep.
I like that.
That's cool. I like that too. That's good.
Sunshine all the time makes a desert.
Yeah.
You got to have the rainy days.
That's like,
Otherwise, there's no life.
it's funny. Like,
Right?
I have a friend that passed away. Same thing. This is crazy, but like we won the state championship. We were on the football team together. He passed away in a car accident. But one of
I
his
know this friend.
Do you know? Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
he said the thing, the shadow proves the sunshine. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, but I don't know, like, obviously I grew up, did all these things, experienced
Sure.
these hard things, but like, it wasn't until probably 2020 when I feel like I experienced like life altering experience.
Sure.
And the last 5 years have been this whirlwind of me, like, wow, it's weird,
Yeah.
but you probably have no idea the story, but essentially, everything I'd worked for, it sounds like you're, there's a mosquito. There is one.
I was just saying how we don't have mosquitoes at my house today, but
That's
we
one.
do.
Dang it.
Crush it.
So, so everything I had worked for, right? Like, in my life, I always thought things would just be this exponential scale of
Right.
granted, like ups and downs, but I always thought it'd be trending up. And I had the job at the site. I was making over $100,000 a year. Everything I wanted, I was like, I built a house in Blackhawk, all this stuff. And I'm like, holy crap, I did this. Like, this
Oh,
is cool. I've done this. And I was always happy, optimistic. Everyone had asked me, like, why are you so happy? I don't know what's there to be sad about. And I still feel that way too.
right.
But then knowing the hardship that was about to come, and it sounds pathetic to like say, but it's just real life for
Yeah.
me. The hardest thing you've experienced, whether
Sure.
that's you stubbed your toe on the freaking brick or you have cancer, right? That's the hardest thing you've ever
Yeah.
experienced. So in 2020, I moved into a house in March, and in April, I hadn't even made a mortgage payment. I broke my neck and lost over $40,000 a year. I could no longer afford my house. Everything I worked for, I had to sell. But I told you this right earlier that I don't have a mortgage,
Right.
right? And dude, I mean, I at one point I told my wife to leave me. It was like it's real, right? Like
Right.
it sucks because as optimistic as I am, part of me still feels like you almost have to lean into your dark days too to realize, right? Like, and it's okay. Like, it's okay to be like, and that's probably as you experience with the youth, right? Like, they're
Right.
going to experience some things that you got to instill the way, like a perspective, you
Yeah.
know, to, hey, something's going to inevitably happen to you in your life. And mine was at 29 years old. I spent my
Right.
last year of my 20s with I broke my neck and almost died.
Right.
And I had 2 kids, and I remember thinking like, "What am I doing?" But my head was messed up. Wasn't I was not functioning correctly as me,
Right.
and I felt like I lost a sense of me, which sucked. And that was a dark little period for me,
Yeah.
man, of like, "Oh, wow, there is some not everything goes the way
Yeah.
you want it to go."
Yeah.
And still, like, it's funny.
Yeah.
Like, I've never recovered
Right.
still to this day.
Sure.
So, I mean, mentally, yes, I feel like I'm
Sure.
the strongest I've ever been in my entire life. But as far as like where I'm at in my life is what I used to determine success, money and what I
Right.
could do and provide, right?
Mhm.
As a father, all of us are providers and your wives can still work, but like you still
Right.
take that on. And I've never recouped ever. And it's hard. And so like and I feel like that's why I even have a conflicting thing about this perspective of like, how do I build something off goodness? Like I take my optimism, I take my happiness and everything I work for to instill, a dream that I had when I was a kid as well.
Right.
And this dream, it's funny. I remember this specifically. We were going on a snowmobile ride, and somebody asked me what I want to do when I graduated. I was like, I just want to make enough money that I can give people money.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what that meant. Like, I
Right.
had no idea. Like, I want to help people. And this guy laughed at me. I don't know why everybody laughs at me. This guy laughed at me and he's like, yeah, that's what they all say. I'm like, I will remember this. And this is over 15 years ago. And I still remember this. And I want freaking, if he's listening to know that I've given away more money in a year than I've ever made in a year. Huh. But anyways, going through that, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I asked the question, like, what for your perspective, right? Like,
Yeah.
how do you feel like you've tested, like your perspective has been tested and you're like, okay, like we talked about the other day, like you get what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is what it is. You get what you're looking for. But
Get what you're looking for.
Mhm.
I'm super big on the law of attraction.
Yeah.
I really am. I really am. Like, I can't say that it's ever steered me wrong. Your mind is so powerful. Like, you honestly can speak things into existence. You
Yeah.
really can. I know you can. Like, again, I think you said it earlier, you feel like you're around so many good people, you attract what you are.
Yeah.
You attract what you are or what you think or what you do.
Mhm.
Like, it's how it goes.
Yeah.
Vampires hang out with vampires, and I don't know what the opposite of a vampire is. I guess life brings life. Like, happiness brings happiness. I mean, it's just for me. That's just I've always wanted to just make positive impacts. And I mean, again, like I said, everybody has their battles, and you don't know. You don't know what some people go through. Like,
Yeah.
it's what you make of it. Like, it's just what your perspective on life is. It's what your beliefs are. I mean, it's a mix of everything. But yeah, I just have, yeah, I've just been always a positive person, and even when adversity struck, it's just like, this is part of the grind. Like, this is just like it. What I mean, obviously, there's more extreme and there's less extreme, but it's like, okay, this is just another, in a way, conditioning session. This is 20 gassers. You gonna frickin' chicken out and be a little sissy, or you gonna frickin' push through and figure it out?
Yeah.
Nobody's coming to save you. Like,
Yeah.
that's probably my favorite saying of all, is like, nobody's coming to save you for anything. Like, if you're in a bad situation, that you gotta figure it out. If you sit there stagnant, you're gonna drown.
Yeah.
You gotta figure it out. Start swimming. Start moving.
I love that too. I wanted to get a flag that said that, like, nobody's coming to save you.
Nobody's coming to save you.
It's the same thing, like, when I lost.
Nobody cares.
Oh, yeah, dude, nobody
cares. Freaking, I sound like I'm over here quoting David Goggins. I don't even listen to David Goggins. I really don't. I don't. I
His
just
books are
like,
good.
but really, like, nobody cares. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about you as much as you care about yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is I mean, that's a lesson I've learned, and not even necessarily still through me, right? Like, I feel like everyone
Right.
has to learn that,
Right.
but, like, I've seen that in other people
Yeah.
where I'm like, nobody wants to talk to you because you only talk about you.
Yeah.
Like, reel it in, buddy.
Yeah.
Care about someone else.
Right.
And then someone will
Yes.
care about you.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's probably what you're doing with your kids, right? You're
Yeah,
caring
dude.
about them.
Freaking, but yeah, I would say that's where my optimism and positivity comes from. I think it's a mix of the adverse and the mix of the good things. It's just
Yeah.
what you make it.
That's cool. No, I like it,
Yeah.
man. It's cool to see. And it's nice to see, right?
Yeah.
And, like, I don't feel like, I don't know, I guess I don't hang out with any 24-year-olds.
Right.
But it's cool to see
You
a
do now.
24-year-old doing so good, man.
Yeah, man. I'm blessed to be able to be in that position, and it's what you make it. Really has been what I've made it. I mean, I'm lucky and blessed. That's all I can say to some of those things, man. It's just, it's a privilege to be able to be in those positions, but you gotta freaking take it serious. Like, you can't betray it. You can't ignore it. I mean, you've been put in that position for a reason.
Yeah. You read any books? What do you like?
I hate reading.
That's funny. I didn't like reading until
I
like
hate
2 years
reading.
ago.
Dude, I am very lucky. I freaking made it through school. I'm pretty sure I have photographic memory. So, like, when I would go through my textbooks and everything, and I just look through the things and I read it, remember it, or just look at little things. And I've been lucky. I always did pretty well in school. I mean, and I continue to do well. Continued to do well in school, like, just off of the sheer fact that I had really blessed ability to memorize things. Honestly, I really did. I don't know if it's photographic memory per se, but it just must be a hell of a memory. Because I mean, my wife, freaking dude, she was a genius. She got full ride scholarships to go to school because she was smart, like 4.0, 4.5, whatever. Like, but she worked hard to study. Like, I went through high school and college, and she's like, "Do you even study?" I'm like, "No, not really, actually. I just am lucky. I just remember things really well. Like,
This gave me.
I just got a good brain. Like, I know how to. I remember things pretty well, mostly. But yeah, dude, why be sad?
Yeah.
Why be sad?
Yep.
Why?
I mean, I think there's a lot of perspective, right? Again, I've got friends and family and all these things where I'm like,
Yeah,
man, if you just changed a
Yeah.
little bit
just a little bit.
in your mind,
Yeah,
which is crazy. It is literally just a perspective. You don't even have to do it. Like, it's not even work. It's like,
right.
just think differently for a
Yeah.
moment.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. And then your law of attraction, all those things. Have you ever done like a vision board, or you write things out, or what do you do?
Write things out a lot. I love to write things out, and I mean, this is gonna sound a little probably cliche or dumb, but
No. 'Cause I probably do it.
like every New Year's Eve, like, we do a little white stocking kind of deal, but we write all of our goals down that we want to accomplish throughout the year. And it's so funny, like, back to memory, like, all my family is like, "Oh my gosh," like, when the year comes back around, I don't remember what I put down.
Mhm.
I can't say the same. I remember everything I wrote for the most
awesome.
part. If I don't remember it, then it must have not been that big of a goal. It must have been something super stupid or super silly, but for the most part, like, no, I remember every single goal I wrote down. But honestly, I do one thing, man, that I freaking learned as a high schooler, like, I do a lot of self-talk. I talk to myself a lot. Like, I'll even be at the gym. I'll be at home. I'll be in the shower, and my wife is like, "Who are you talking to?" I'm like, "I'm talking to myself."
Mind your own
Sorry.
business.
She's gotten to it. She's gotten used to it at this point. Like, now she knows it's like, "Oh, you're talking to yourself." Like dude, I probably gonna make myself sound like a freaking crazy person. Nobody's wanna come see me, but I freaking sometimes I'll refer to myself as in the third person, like we, and I'll talk to myself like I freaking sound like Smeagol out here, like freaking
My
my
precious.
But that like dude, I'm a big self-talker. Like I
Mhm.
talk to myself a lot as much as I can. I think that's one thing that helped me get through like sports especially, and I mean, that was one thing when I got to college, man, like being able to come from a small town where it's not very many kids get the opportunity to go to the next level, like, you're the player of the year, you're the, Gatorade, whatever. I wasn't Gatorade player of the year, but whatever it is, like you have all the accolades, you have all the recognition, I have all this, that, and other, like, oh yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm top dog. Oh yeah. But when you get to something like that, it's like doesn't matter
It's
anymore.
one of the dudes.
You're just another dude.
Mhm.
Because guess what? He's player of the year, and oh, he's player of the year. Oh, guess what? He's also the he's first team all state running back from freaking Texas or from freaking California or wherever the hell it's at. Like that doesn't matter anymore. And I struggled, dude. My first I would say my first season, I freaking struggled like mentally. I was like, man, this is hard. And I just freaking remember we had a psychologist, we had a team psychologist. This is the best thing that ever happened. Freaking, I wish I could get him back. But the one thing that we always talked about was like self-talk
Mm.
and ego actually, which is interesting. It was interesting. And I was like, ego, man, that always has such a bad like ring to it. Like people are like, oh, you're so egotistical. There's ego. And I think I used it earlier today in a way. But at the same time, you kind of have to have that edge a little bit. You gotta have a little bit of a sharp edge to you
Mhm.
in a way, right? You
Yeah.
have to. And it's like you gotta be able to build yourself up in a manner. And I think maybe that's another reason why I'm pretty positive. Like I wouldn't call it ego, but I feel like I'm pretty confident.
Yeah.
Like I'm confident in what I can do. I'm confident in who I am. Like I think that's a big thing. I think that's something where a lot of people struggle. Is like they're not very confident. And honestly, like that's probably because I say that to people and I've posted that out actually. That's probably the biggest thing aside from like, when I'm training kids, when I get a kid in, like, I see all kinds of kids. I see kids that are really great athletes, and I also see kids that are not very gifted at the beginning, and it's like, the one thing I know remains the same across the board is usually if they struggle honestly, usually if they struggle, it's because of confidence.
Yeah.
They lack the confidence in themselves to be able to do it. So, like, my saying always is, like, to a lot of people, it's like, this is confidence training first, and then it's athletic training next. As soon as I can get you to get your confidence, now we make real progression. Like, but that's all part of the process.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I try and tell these kids, like, these things aren't gonna happen overnight. You gotta understand that. Like, you guys all want quick results these days. I don't know what the freak is up with you guys. You want all these quick results. You want things to happen overnight. Like, that's not how this is gonna work. Like, you ain't gonna get better in 1 or 2 sessions or 3 or 5 or 20. Like, this is gonna take lots of time and lots of commitment, and but that's part of the process.
I can get them steroids if they want, and we can get them quick.
I mean,
Just kidding.
I mean, I don't know that would make you quicker. I think that would make you slower actually, but
We can get quick results.
we
Is what
get
I'm trying to say.
quicker results. It's like confidence takes time to build.
100%.
And I think like, yeah, through the hard work and the sacrifice and the selflessness and the lessons I've learned and the adversity I've been through and the good things I've received, like it's a mix of everything. Like I mean, I feel like I'm a pretty confident person. I think a lot of people will probably say that. They would probably also call me cocky at the same time, but it's just confidence. Like there's a very big difference between cocky and confidence. Like I feel like I'm a very confident person. Like, and maybe there's ways in the past and maybe ways now that it comes off as cocky, but it's just like, I mean, yeah. I feel like I'm pretty confident, but that's one thing, like, I think that remains across the board for most of these kids when they come in that struggle. It's like, I gotta get you to get your confidence, and as soon as I get you to get your confidence, then you have every reason to get better. Like, you get better. I had one kid, this is my favorite one. I had a kid that came in and trained with me. I'm not gonna say his name either, but I'll never forget his mom texted me. This is when I first started training. She's like, "My son is so and so. He, he's a freshman right now, but he'll be a sophomore next year." They had just wrapped up football season, and she's like, "He didn't even play. He didn't even play special teams. He just sat on the sidelines the whole time, and he just really wants to get better." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, I'd love to have him in. I think I can get him right." And I asked her, "What is the biggest thing that he struggles on, you feel like, as a parent?" And she said, "Confidence." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "I think I can build you up and make you confident." Like, I think that's the first thing we can do. Anyway, Kid shows up in November, misses very limited sessions, was super consistent, showed up every single time, but every day, like my saying was, and this is a saying that we were given by our coach, is like 1% better. 1% better a day. Like that's all you need. You don't got to be 100% better every day. Just one thing, one little piece at a time. And this kid, dude, got better and better and better and better and better. And I'll never forget it. The day that that kid gained his confidence, he had one really good rep on a sprint, like his sprint form and technique and everything was perfect. I was like, dude, money. And it went from this person that was super quiet and reserved in the facility with all the other athletes that he worked with to all of a sudden the next session he shows up. He comes in, his hair is shaved, bleached blonde. He's got some swagger. He's talking to everybody. I'll never forget it. It was literally a 1-day change. But that was the minute I'll never forget. I texted the mom and I was like, oh, he's confident now. You wait and see. But we go through the rest of the year. That November, probably February is when this kid's confidence just clicks. March, April, May, June, July, August. This kid comes to every single session, maybe misses 1 or 2 sessions. That following season, he's a sophomore, gets bumped up to varsity. 2 games in, all of a sudden he's starting. Next thing you know, all of a sudden he's getting all state honors and everything like that.
Sick.
So it's like I've seen it work. I mean, that's one of my coolest stories. You saw this kid who lacked the confidence, probably didn't put much effort to it either, though, at the beginning. But then all of a sudden he realized what he was capable of. Oh, I'm confident. I'm confident now. Okay, now I can work hard. Oh, I really can do this. Oh, I'm pretty good actually. Oh, I'm pretty legit. Oh, now I'm starting to get the recognition. I'm a sophomore and I play varsity now. All of a sudden, oh, sweet, my name's in the newspaper. Now I'm really good, right? I mean, that's for me, like those are my favorite stories. Like when I see kids like that, obviously I love every single athlete the same. Like, but it's always really cool to me. Like for me, those are the biggest payments when you take somebody that's like, I wouldn't say a nobody, but think of themselves as a nobody, and then you turn them or make them feel like they're somebody. Like, I think that's the most rewarding part of the job is when I've got plenty of kids that I'm working with right now. I mean, if you saw them freaking 2 years ago, it's a completely different person. It's not even the same. Like, I think that's probably the biggest thing for me. Probably my favorite part of the whole thing is like, not even like just watching them change for the better. Like whether they need a lot of it or whether they need a little bit, like you get to make that impact on those kids' lives. I mean, that's something they carry for the rest of their lives. Like, because I've carried every lesson and everything I've done with me throughout my entire life up to this point. And I lived a short life. I know I've got more down the road. I'm gonna be around for a long time. I know that for a fact. Like, it's just, I think that's the cool part. Like, you instill these lessons and these teachings and things like that. That'll be something that they never forget. Like, I have some kids that are on missions right now, and sometimes they'll reach out and it'll be like, hey man, I just want to think, like, I get all kinds of kids, like even kids that are home from their missions and some kids that are married now, like, man, what's up, coach? I like, even though at that point you're only 4 or 5 years younger than me, man, I appreciate you and everything. I remember this thing that you taught me and it's stuck with me ever since. Like, that's probably the best part of it all. Like, that impact, like, you made that difference and you instilled something in them that they'll carry for time and all eternity. I think that's the best part of it all.
I like that you say confidence because that was a conversation that I've had, well, not just once, but multiple times with my kids, but definitely Reese when she was a freshman.
Right.
I'm like, she was on the bubble of playing varsity JV. She played all the JV and everything. And then she was like, I think I'm just as good as all the other girls. And I'm like, yeah, dude, you are. You have every skill, but you don't have confidence. And I was like, when you have the confidence that you can go down there and beat every one of those girls is when you're going to be the starter in
Yep.
varsity. And it's like,
You gotta have some swagger.
Yeah.
You definitely have to have some swagger.
yeah,
People hate Coach Prime for it. I love Coach Prime for it.
yeah.
We met him. So when I was at Utah State, that's how I got the cowboy hat. I was showing you yesterday.
Yeah.
I was like, is the Coach Prime hat too much or is it a vibe?
And then you
And he
took it
said it was a
off.
vibe. And then I took it off. Dude, I can't coach in that thing. I had to freaking went ape shit over it.
You put it
It
down
drove
with
me
some
nuts.
sunglasses.
But I had my sunglasses. I don't wear blenders though. I wear
Really?
Oakleys because my name's Oakley. I'd be committing a sin if I wore anything else. But oh man, I'll never forget it. It was at our bowl game, 19. We got invited or I guess we got the bid to the Tropical Cafe Smoothie Bowl in Frisco, Texas, or whatever. So we got to stay at the Star. We played Kent State at Toyota Stadium there in Frisco. But during the week, one of our receivers coach was really good friends and teammates with Coach Prime in the NFL. And Coach Prime came out and hung out with us for an entire day. And he gave us, was talking and everything. And Shadur was there before Shadur was Shadur, and Shiloh was there, and all those guys were there. And I mean, but I remember the lesson on like swagger. Like you gotta have some swagger. You have to. And there's gonna be people that knock it. Obviously, they're gonna call it cockiness over confidence. You gotta have some swagger. You gotta have some ego. You have to. Like that's part of it. That's part of the psychology. You got to have a little bit of that backbone. Otherwise, you're just gonna get walked all over.
Yep.
You're gonna get walked on.
So how do you instill the confidence? I mean, sorry, I'm not shit.
No.
I'm not even talking to the mic, but yeah, how do you instill the confidence? And I mean, because that's one thing that I even experienced with my son. Like I said, he's and I'm obviously biased, right? But like,
sure.
I'm not lying when he said he won the 100 for the region, right? Like he is extremely fast and he's extremely humble.
Right.
It's cool because like when he scores a touch, he's a running back, right?
Right.
So when he scores a touchdown.
Best position on the field, by the way. I'll tell you that. I feel things as a 25-year-old or 24-year-old, I guess, that 24-year-old should.
That's why I played defense.
I loved both.
All my kids, if they play football, would play defense. I'd be okay if they never played offense.
Yeah. Defense fun, bro. I mean, I like defense because everyone has a chance to touch the ball.
Right.
Like, get him. This is war.
Get him.
Yeah, like this is
Mortal Kombat. Freaking Scorpion. Let's go.
Yep.
Sorry, back to Huck.
Sorry, go ahead.
So he's very humble. Like he scores touchdowns, never celebrates. He will. Sure. And if he does, it's like because his buddies came in chest bumping and he'll be like, woo.
Yeah.
But like if he will score a touchdown and just go hand the ball right to the ref, run in. But he doesn't get like, he's never in the middle of the huddle.
Sure.
He's always on the outside.
Yeah.
He's never like, dude, it's weird. And
well, I can't say that I had that kind of, I mean, I was kind of the same way. Honestly, that's so funny you bring that up because it's like, that's what makes me so confused when people would say, you're cocky. It's like, I don't even celebrate. I freaking get in the end zone, give the ball back to the ref, and I jog back to the sideline. But for me, it was more like a business trip.
Yep.
Like, I'm not there to celebrate. I'm there to take care of business. This is a business trip. Like my dad always said, act like you've been there before. Like,
that's cool.
I think that's an old school way.
Like you've been there before.
I think my dad was kind of the same way.
The same way, like you don't got to do all the freaking. I mean, gritty wasn't a thing at the time, but like you don't got to do all that shit. Just freaking take care of business. Give the ball back, jog off, move on. It is what it is. Like move on to the next rep. But like in the confidence aspect of the training and getting kids to see that they are getting better, I think the biggest part is as a trainer, as a coach or mentor, whatever you are, you can sit there and you can give the drills or you can tell them what to do over and over and over and over. But you got to also talk to them.
Yeah.
Like you got to talk to them. Like I see so many coaches and trainers out there that it's like, it's all here's drill work. Here's what I need you to do. But that's it. Like you gotta talk back to them. Like, oh, that's a great rep. Oh, that's not a very good rep. Or you just got to get them to see that they are getting better. And if they're not, you got to address it. Like that's the worst part. I hate when I see people that are just coaching kids and it's like, are they getting better? Like, or are you just collecting a paycheck? Are you collecting a paycheck? Like what are we doing here? Yeah. Like for me, it's like I take it super serious. Again, like I said, like if we're gonna do this, you got to give it. I'm not going to take you and babysit you. I'm not running a freaking daycare clinic. I said that on one of my Facebook posts. I don't know that anybody really liked that. I had there was a lady that was looking for training and it's like, oh yeah, I just looking for something my kids want to do. And everybody tagged me and everything. And I just, honestly, I freaking reached out. I said, I would be great to have them. I think we could really get some things done. But I also want you to know, like, you're not dropping them off at a daycare clinic. Like, that's not what I am. We're not doing that. Like, we're doing this for a purpose. And I mean, she ended up not reaching out. I wasn't saying it to scare you, but I was just being factual. Like, that's not what we're here to do. But I think with the confidence aspect and getting kids to see it themselves, you got to talk to them and you got to guide them through the process. You can't just be telling them what to do and expect them to do it. Like an effective coach has to be an effective communicator to them. And you got to be able to relate to them. You got to be able to tell them, good is good when it is, and when bad is bad, and it's not meeting what it needs to meet. And
so your wife?
No, it's not my wife.
Your dad.
It's my pops. He'll be all right. Get some Skittles, man. I think that's the biggest thing though with the confidence side of things. To being confident on the field. I mean, that's hard to just. I was confident because I knew I worked hard. I mean, again, back to this kid that I talked about earlier that went from zero to hero. Like he probably didn't put much work into it though. Like before he had ended up running into me. Like I feel like I honestly had confidence swagger, but it's like because I knew during the summers and the springs and even the winters, like I was putting in work I was putting in 2 or 3 hours of work every single day, Monday through Sunday, or Sunday to Sunday, I guess, if you wanna call it that. Like, so I had that confidence behind my back, like, I knew I was putting in the work. There was no question about it. There was no need for me to celebrate because I knew, like, as soon as I step out on the field, like, I'm ready to go. I've been doing this for up to this point, what? Season starts in August? I guess it ends in October, November if you're lucky. I know what I've been doing from December to the end of August every single day. So I'm confident in my ability. But I think that's the best part of those kids that come in and train. It's like they're confident in themselves, but it's also because they put in the work for who knows how long. And it's like, there's nothing to be afraid of at that point. Like you've done it 2, 3, 4 times a week for
Yeah.
the last however many months. Like, how could you not be confident?
Yeah, you fall to your training.
We've done through it. I mean, and everything I try to do, it's all simulated. Like, I mean, so give you a little bit more. Like, I obviously do the speed and athletic. I mean, I don't do conditioning work. Speed and or strength and conditioning. Like, I'm not. My job isn't to make them like marathon runners. I always say that. Like, my job isn't to make you a marathon runner. Like, my job is to make you an athlete. Like, it's a very different thing in my book. And I know there's probably marathon runners and all those people that are thinking like, "Oh, that's a shot, that piece of shit." Like, no, that's not what I'm trying to say.
Goggins.
That's not what I'm trying
I'm
to
a
say.
marathon runner.
That's not what I no, that's not what I'm trying to say at all. Like, marathon athletes are still or marathon runners are still athletes. There's no doubt about it, but, like, my focus is speed, my focus is strength, all those things, but football-wise and everything like that, like, I try and I put so much time and effort into it to make it as simulated as possible. For example, aside from the speed and strength training, I train receivers and running backs. Like, that's what I played in high school, that's what I played in college. Like, I've been there, I've done that. Like, I know what that's like. The way that training works, like, I am gonna put you through every single scenario I can possibly think of. Like, when I'm training receivers, okay, what are all the coverages? There's cover 0, there's cover 1, this is how you recognize it. There's cover 2, there's squat, there's press, there's catch technique, there's cover 3, how do I recognize it? Where are the safeties? What's everything look like? Like, you have to be able to recognize those things. I'm gonna put you through every single scenario possible. Okay, after that, what are all the tools you need to be able to use? Okay, if I'm getting pressed, what release am I gonna use as a receiver? Are we gonna use a split release, right? What's his leverage? Is he inside? Is he square or is he outside? What would that tip off if I was a receiver? Like, those are the types of things, like, I have to be able to put you through that training for you to be ready. So when Friday night lights come around and you're playing whoever the frick it is you're playing, okay, I'm lined up. Oh, he's playing inside and is, little cues. Like, he's looking square at me. Okay, that's probably telling me it's cover 1 or cover 0. He's gonna man me up. Right? What's he doing with his fingers? Is he freaking wiggling his fingers? Oh, he's probably going to launch and he's going to try and press me. Like, those kinds of things. You try to, for the football side of things, like, I try to simulate as much as I possibly can and put you in the most prepared position you can be in. That way, when you step on the field, it's clockwork.
Hmm.
It's easy. I've already done it. This is easy. I've already been there, done that.
Have you ever had a kid where you're like, it's been 3 months, this ain't it, buddy?
I've had some kids where it's like, I wouldn't say it's just like I've had some kids that, no, I don't know that I really have actually. I think most of the kids there's some kids that I've had that it takes a little bit longer for them to come around, but I can't say that I've ever had a kid where it hasn't come around, honestly. I really can't. I know that probably sounds like, "Oh, yeah, you're liar. You're a liar," but I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. I think I've seen most of my kids that have come through, no matter what age they are, they've turned around. I mean, some take longer than others. Everybody's different. Every kid works a little bit differently in the brain. They respond to things. I think that's the one thing. Like, I think high school. This is probably going to be not. This is probably. I don't even think controversial is the word, but like, I think high school coaches, and in general, are much better coaches in ways than even college and professional coaches. Here's why. I think high school coaches, you are given such a broad spectrum of kids. There's kids that are gifted. There's kids that are kind of gifted. There's kids that need a little bit of work. There's kids that it's like, you ain't it, but you gotta, here you are, you gotta take them and you gotta make of it what you can. Like, that's why, like, I'll always say, I say it all the time, like, high school coaches and youth coaches sometimes are like some of the best coaches you could ever have because they have this, like, when you get to the college level, like, as a coach, you know what you're looking for and what you're getting. Like,
Yeah.
it's some of the best players in, the country coming from high school. And then when you get to the NFL, obviously that's the best of the best. That's the 1% of the 7% of high school athletes that ever get the chance to go on. Like, that's the percentage of all high school athletes in the United States of America. I think it's less than that, actually. I'm pretty sure it's like 5 or 6% get the opportunity to play next level football. That's from sports. That's from D1 to JUCO. Of that 7%, 1% have like a big time career in the NFL. Isn't that wild? That's a wild thing. Like, that's not 1% of the population. That's 1% of the already 7% of the population that get to go on the next level, right? Isn't that crazy?
And it's the same thing with like CrossFit.
It's crazy. CrossFit's so hard, by the way.
It is. And it's crazy.
It is.
Like, not even regionally. I don't even know if you'd say locally. Locally, I'm decently fit.
Right.
Regionally, screwed.
Screwed.
Nationwide, I am the worst CrossFitter on planet Earth. But like, just to make it to the games, it's funny, like people say, it's crazy how good you have to be to be the worst person at the CrossFit games.
Yeah.
Like, there's a girl in our gym, smokes my ass every day, Kelsey. She's made it to regionals or semifinals, whatever the step is before the games. And she annihilates people at our gym. I don't even know how to explain it other than like, it seems like superhuman. And then she gets annihilated at these things. I'm like, what the?
Yeah. She'll take the guy's weight at the workouts and crush us.
Yeah, dude.
Geez.
And
She's a dog.
Dude, she's good.
She's that dog.
Her kids are coming up too, and they are.
Oh.
One of them's massive. They had to put him on a testosterone blocker because
oh my gosh,
he was hitting puberty too quickly and growing too
just
big.
Freaking growing like a weed.
Yeah, you got to stop. Like, yeah, dude, it's funny.
Geez.
He's a big boy. He'll be in Thunder.
What a blessing.
Yeah, dude. And it's crazy because I want to know because like his dad's super athletic, like always one of the strongest dude. Like he was our center.
Sure.
When I grew up playing with him, and he was always fun, always hyping people up, and he played with his heart, right? And he was just always strong. And then his mom, with the determination she has, dude, that kid has the
genes.
Dude, he's got it
in there. It's in the genetics. It's in the DNA.
If he somehow clicks both of those buttons at the same, yeah, like dude, it'd be crazy to see what that kid could be.
Unblock that test and it's go time.
Like he's a husky kid too. Like he's not like that. He's just a thick
broad.
I'd be like a good like probably like a defensive end.
Defensive end, D-tackle.
I wonder what he plays. He's on the line because he's obviously Maverick Peterson. He's a
I train Maverick.
You
do? Oh yeah.
Mav.
He's a stud. Yeah, he moves really well.
Dude, he's just
I'll never forget it. He came in the first day and I was impressed.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I was like, dang.
Have you met his mom?
Don't mess with mom. Mom
yeah.
She's the girl.
She's super nice.
She's the
awesome.
CrossFitter that
great.
destroys.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
you know what? I think I knew that actually. I've seen her actually. I think she's at Empire because she'll work out at Empire. That's where I was originally before I ran into Riley and Maddie over at Odyssey. Anyway, she would go in and work out, and I remember seeing this lady. I'm like, holy, like you're legit. Oh yeah.
I mean, she looks fit, but then when she does it, you're like,
damn,
I don't know what I got to do.
He's a stud. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he plays D-tackle for. Oh, he's a stud. He's such a good kid. He's come with one of the like the $1 dream things I did. Yeah,
him and his little brothers. They all came with me once.
Oh, that's sweet.
To pay for some lady. Well, it's cool. His dad gave me some money. He's like, I want to see these videos keep going. And he said his kids watched it and said, Dad, can we do that? And he's like, I won't do. He's like, I'm too embarrassed to do that, but I know somebody that will do it with you.
That's so cool.
So we all went to Winco. Dude, I had like 7 kids.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It was crazy. I'm like, and 2 of them are 3 years old. My 3-year-old and his 3-year-old. And like, it's just me. I'm like, oh man, we got to get out of here. Give this lady $300 and let's go.
Let's go. That's so cool.
Yeah, dude, he's got a good heart. He looked at me. He's like, hey man, whenever you need, I can come do these with you. I'm like, that's cool little kid.
Yeah. But yeah, I try to prepare all those kids for every situation you could possibly run into that I can think of. And if I don't think of it, then, and like if I'm scrolling through and I see something like, maybe we missed that, like we're gonna go through it at some point, like, or I'll add that to the repertoire. But that's kind of I don't even know how we got onto that, but that's kind of how confidence, I think it was all back to confidence. Like, I got to put you through every situation you're possibly going to see. Like, I think that's what makes me a pretty unique coach. And maybe that's what comes off as wise, is like, I try to teach most of my kids off of every success I've ever had and every failure I've ever had. Like, I think that's what makes me a pretty unique coach. Like, yeah, I'm a young coach, but I think what makes me different than most trainers and coaches is like, I'm young, but I have the ability to coach you off of the things that worked really great. Like, I will be open and upfront with you. Like, this is my success. This is where I failed. I am going to prepare you. And this is where things went really well. This is how I'm going to prepare you with it. These are things where I feel like I felt short. And these are things that were complete, utter failures. Like, I'm going to teach you off of experience. I think that's the biggest thing is like experience. Like, again, I have my, I'm a biomedical sciences major. I'm not a kinesiology major. I'm not an athletic training major, whatever the hell it is. But it's like I have experience. I have a ton of experience in all kinds of different things, and I'm not afraid to use it. Like, I'm not afraid to use failure as something to teach you with. There's a lot of people that are afraid to fail, and there's a lot of people that are afraid to admit it even more. Like, I'm not afraid to admit that I failed in ways. Like, it's part of life. You gotta fail. It goes back to freaking being so happy. Like, freaking, you gotta have dark days to have bright days. All
Yep.
sunshine makes
Yep.
a desert. It's dry. There's nothing to it. There's no substance. It doesn't exist.
Yeah. I think being open to that too, maybe that's something that people lack, right? Is
Yeah.
the sense of realizing that not everything is going to go the way you want it to go,
Yeah. It's
and
not.
being transparent about that.
Yeah.
Probably goes like for me, if I was to bring my
Yeah.
son to you and like that's even why I ask you these questions
Right.
because I'm like, you can tell me everything that's
Oh,
gone
yeah.
right,
Oh,
but can
yeah.
you tell me what's gone wrong? Because
I
the
can.
second you can tell me that, I'm like, that guy's being
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
He's not just hyping himself
Yeah.
up.
Nope.
It gives me a level of trust in someone
Yeah.
to know that like if something were to go wrong, even with my son,
Yeah.
to know that like, hey, this is where we're at. I am failing at
Yeah.
this. I mean, it's the
Right.
same thing I did last week, right? Like when I failed to do a post because I did this fundraiser.
Right.
I messaged him first thing
Right.
this morning. I'm like, I'm sorry. I realize I haven't done this. I'm not pretending like I
Right.
don't know that
Right.
I did not do my job.
Yeah.
So I think that there's a level of responsibility as you get where you're going
Yeah.
that's going to take you a lot more places than you
Yeah.
telling everybody what you. Still, I think everything else is
Yeah.
important.
I try to, I mean, that's, I don't even remember who said it yesterday. Like, I try not to tell people, like, well, you're so and so, you played college football, da, da, da. Like, I don't want you to know that. Like, if you don't know who I am, I don't want you to know that. I don't want you to know that I had the opportunity to go play college football and have a good career and do this and that and another. Like, I don't really care. I want you to come to me because you've seen other kids and other athletes and maybe even parents have the like tangible results. Like, that's why I want you to come with me. I don't want you to come to me because I did this and did that, whatever the freaking tall tales are. Like, that's
Yeah.
not what I want.
Yeah.
I want you to come to me because you trust me and you've seen somebody that has benefited from it. Like, that's all I care about. Like, I really try when a parent like reaches out to me about training, like I really try not to say anything other than, this is what I do. This is the spiel. This is how much it is a month. This is what it is. Like, my goal is to make you faster, freakishly fast, move efficiently, jump higher, those types of things. I'm not there to freaking do your cardiovascular system. There's all the science behind that. I don't want to get into it, but like, this is what I do. This is how we do it. And that's it. And then sometimes they'll be like, well, what are your qualifications at times? And it's like, well, okay, now I'll open up and I'll kind of tell you where I've been and done and why I feel like I'm qualified to do it and why I do it. And I mean,
I think it's different when they're asking you those kind of questions,
yeah,
right? And
it's
it's like
different.
you hear people that again, yeah, just
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
themselves. And I don't know if you experience that with other trainers or coaches that
Oh,
it's probably annoying.
that's a sell point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I freaking whatever it is. Like, for a lot
I
of
trained
people that
DK Metcalf.
yeah, like I don't freaking yeah, I try not to do that. I really try not to do that. Like, that's not
I think there's a way to go about
yeah.
it too, though,
There's
even
a
if you do.
yeah, there is a way to go about it. Like, but I'm not gonna. That's not what I'm gonna ride on. Like, I'm not gonna ride the coattails of another. That's the thing. Like, I see a lot of people out there that train athletes and coach kids, and they ride all of their success on that kid. That's not how it works. That's not how you do it. You don't do that. Like, you see some of these guys that freaking, yeah, that kid's the dude because he came and worked with me. Like, no, 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 no. That kid could have worked at other places that may have been the same level, but at the end of the day, it's all about the kids. Like, without kids, in a way, training and coaching is a service to kids, but like, in a way, without the kids, there is no business. you have no business. It's about the kids. That's why, like, when you go to my Instagram and Facebook, I need to be a little better about it. And like, cause I know people want to hear me talk more and want to see my face more. But if you see like everything, all my, training programs, cause I've got my training program, I've got my 7-on-7 club team that I run during the winter and spring. We travel all over the place, but it's like, I want to highlight the kids. I don't even want to be on the camera. I don't even want you to see me. That's not what I'm promoting. I'm promoting the kids. Like, that's what it's for.
Yeah.
I'm not promoting me. Like, yeah, I'm lucky enough to be able to be compensated for my time and talents and efforts. Like, yeah. But at the end of the day, it's like, it's for the kids. It's not for me. It's not for me. I'm lucky enough to be able to do it. I'm lucky enough to it does what it needs to do. It puts food on the table for us and keeps a roof over our head and clothes on our back. But
Yeah.
that's not what it's really about.
Do you get a lot of business through social media, or is that more like what are you experiencing with your socials?
Honestly, with my socials, I honestly, it's growing.
Mhm.
I think people are seeing it more.
Yeah.
It's all word of mouth.
Yeah.
It's all word of mouth. It's all word of mouth. But
That's typical,
dude,
I would say.
I treat these kids. I know. I know I treat these kids really well. Like, I think that's the biggest thing is I just treat
Yeah.
these kids well. I don't know if you guys heard it from Tessa. Like, I know Tessa plugged me in last night at the event. Like, Hunter and Will and those kids, I freaking love those kids. Like, I love every single one of those kids. I see, like I said, I see freaking 180, 100, 120 kids a freaking month. And it's like, I know every single one of them by name. I know exactly who they are, what their personality's like. And I love them like they're my own kids, even though they're not. Like, that's what it's about, man, for me.
You ever see like as you're training these kids, right? And people are, you probably want to instill like, hey, what can you do for my kid? Blah blah. And you're like, oh, I did this. You ever does any coach try, and maybe you do, saying like, I can't promise you results as far as like on the field, that's up to them, but mentally, like, is there like a mental thing that you can like say, I promise like your kids are going to see themselves in a different way than before
Confidence.
they start? Yeah,
Confidence.
yeah, that
Confidence.
ties right back into it.
Confidence, hard work. Those are like the two things, honestly. We've talked about it all day. Like,
That's how it's funny because I am a football coach, right? And
yeah,
I'm a horrible football coach, I think. All those things, you press coverage, all this bull crap.
right.
First of all, I don't even know what that means. Uh, second, these kids, right? Like if I'm good at anything, I feel like it's pumping the kids up,
Oh, that's all you need.
and that's I don't know I don't even know how to look at a defense and tell
Right.
you what they're doing,
Yeah.
other than like, Huxon, that's their best player. Stay with that
Yeah.
guy. Like,
At that age, that's fine. That's all you need.
Yeah.
For me, I take it a little bit in a different level. This is how I operated at a little bit higher level, I guess,
Yeah.
if that makes
I
sense.
mean, you got to experience a lot more football.
But you got
than I
it,
ever
and
did.
you got to dumb it down. Like, it's not that I'm not telling a freaking fourth grade receiver, I need you to worry about what coverage he's in. Like, we'll dabble in it a little bit, but I'm not
Mhm.
worried about, oh, this is cloud, this is sky, this is how you recognize and decipher between the two. Even though, there's a difference, but not like significant difference. Like, I don't need to go into all that. Like, you dumb it down. Like,
Hey,
that's
let's
what makes me unique, though. And I think that's when it comes back to communicating well with athletes. Like, I feel like that's one thing I'm able to do is like, I have a pretty good, that's the one thing, like, I'll tell everybody, like, it don't matter if you're one of my college athletes that's gone on and played at the next level that's currently doing so, or if you're one of my new coming fourth graders, like, or third graders or whatever, like, we're going to talk about the exact same things. It may look a little bit different. It may have, different progressions to everything, but we're talking the same language. You're going to hear it the same thing over and over from year to year to year, or however long I see you. If I only see you a year, great. If I see you for freaking 7 or 8 years, you've been bred and you've been turned into. That's why I love working with young kids so much. High school kids right now, they're great to work with, but I love working with little kids.
Yeah.
Because they don't have their minds made up yet.
Yep.
They're super malleable. You can mold them into what you want them to be. That's my
Yeah.
favorite part. Like, I run the Air Raid 7-on-7
Mhm.
program. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
I didn't realize that was you, but maybe
That's
I
me. That is also me. But I freaking like we have so when I started it last year, we had 7 teams. This last season we had 17 teams.
That's cool.
I had to coach 17 teams. We had 4 high school teams, 1 freshman team, 2 8th grade, 2 7th grade, 3 6th grade, and kind of mixed 6th and 5th, I guess. But and a few more. And then I had another team that was like 2 teams from Rigby. I had a team from Firth. I had a couple other teams. Anyway, through all of that, like, I love coaching the high school kids and everything like that, but it would just freaking drive me crazy because we'd get to these tournaments, and I know it's 7-on-7. everybody's like 7-on-7 is not real football, but it's an important half of the game. It's important, like it's part of the game. So I would treat it as such, like it's real football. But that message has gotten to some of those high school kids like, oh, it's not real football. I'm going to just kind of be nonchalant. Like it drives me ape shit. I get so pissed at my high school kids like, guys, freaking quit being so nonchalant. Go compete. Quit being a bunch of sorry asses. This ain't real football, coach. No, this is. You paid money to be here. Freaking win.
You do one thing is how you do everything?
Yes, how you do, you're crazy, dude. You freaking still the freaking words out of my mouth, dude. I always say it, how you do anything is how you do everything. That's how I say it. I make that twist because I want to be unique and cool. I say how you do anything is how you do everything. Like that's one of my saying to all those kids, but it drives me nuts. But when I get these young kids and I go coach them, they're just, they like are dialed in when you start talking, they listen to you and you can just kind of shape them. Like I have a couple kids that I know there's things that they do in their game and the way that they play and their attitudes that I know that I taught them and instilled in them and they're super young. And it just makes me feel like, I'm like, oh, sweet. Like that's what I'm trying to do here. Like it's a mix of things, but like on the athletic side of things, like that's what I need out of you. Like I can still mold you. So like, I love working with everyone, obviously, but those young kids, if you can get them to kind of get it and you mold them into what you want, then you progress and then you get more advanced as years and time goes on. Like it's the whole process. I mean, that's, I don't even remember how we got on that. I remember it comes to me after a little bit, but, what was it? Young kids seeing the confidence, something like that.
Yeah, I think we were talking about like, something about the confidence. I can't remember
Something
exactly
about
what I said either,
confidence.
bro. Who cares?
I just think
The young kids has got to be fun. At
Young
the same
kids are
time,
fun.
it's like,
sometimes they can be hard.
well, I bet because, well, first of all, attention,
Like
not there.
we don't
Attention
screw
span.
around.
But I mean, it's like even me, like I don't know. I've got kids, good kids that are on the team
Right.
that are like some of our best players. I'm like, and I was probably saying under my breath, but like, son of a bitch, pay attention. You know?
Yeah.
You know, but it is one of those things. I don't know. But then I've had like, dude, I had 2 kids that I helped coach last year, and they were I don't know how to properly say this, and maybe 4 people will listen to this podcast, but like low income, like they were sponsored, like or
Sponsored athletes.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they would come to our team, and they had the worst attitudes ever.
Yeah.
And as a coach now, I'm like, 1, you will never see my kid do that. 1, because I'm
Yeah.
going to instill that he will never act like that.
Right.
But like always crying, hey, go run,
Yep.
cries. I'm like, hey, try. No. And then the other kid would be like blatantly swearing, hey, fuck you, dude. Like all this stuff. I'm like, no. I realize your parents might talk to you like that. And that's what's sad is I know that is a learned behavior from them, but I don't know how to get rid of that. And so anyways, I worked with it last year. I saw a little bit. I actually really tried to help them. I used to give them rides to football games. I took them out to ride dirt bikes, all this stuff, and they were so grateful. But then they would come back to the practices and be the same disrespect. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Well, they came back this year and it was right back into it. He was swearing at one of the kids, like, F you guys. F, like, as they were just doing conditioning, like just running. And I told him, I'm like, you have a decision to make right now.
Yeah.
You can play football and you can, act appropriately, or you can never come back to this field.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's the right or wrong thing.
That's great. I think that's 100% the right thing.
And
You got to be real with kids sometimes.
and they didn't come back. They said, fuck you. Like, to him, like, I didn't know that they said that, right? One of the parents told me that as the kid was leaving, he's just like, that coach, like, kick me off the effing team. And I'm like, dude, you are 10.
Yeah.
Holy,
That's sad.
dude, it is sad.
It's
I'm
actually sad.
I didn't know I did everything I could the year before. And I'm like, but now this year, as I see it, and these kids are starting to elevate and see, starting to get more aggressive, starting to like, it's different football now.
That's why I don't. So like when we talked about earlier, like when you have a situation with athletes that maybe can't afford it or anything, that's why I never give it. I'm not going to give it to you. I'm not just going to hand it to you.
Yeah.
I need you to do something. Like you got to have some skin in the game if you're really going to appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like if you're just given everything, like, oh, I'm just gonna train you free because I feel bad for you, then you just kind of become the victim. I got to have you have some skin in the game. You got to do something for it. Then you're going to appreciate it more. I mean, that's why I think I love hard work so much too. It's like, here's one thing, and I'm freaking going in circles, but like, again, it goes back to the way that my parents were. Like, they supported us in everything. They would make sure we had everything we needed, but it wasn't just going to be given. Like, you had to show that you were going to work for it. Like, I think that's like, as a young 24-year-old, I see so many I see a lot of people that I'm, maybe related to, or I see friends, and it's just like they look like they're on cruise control,
Mm.
but it's because they live off of their everything's given to them. I know that's the difference between me and a lot of other people my age is, and maybe that's what gives me some level of wisdom, I guess, in a way,
Yeah.
is like I'm not given anything. I don't live off my mom and dad's money. My mom and dad freaking my dad and they got their own problems to worry about.
Yeah.
They got their own things they gotta pay for. Like, I'm not your kid anymore. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I am your kid, but I'm not your kid
To
anymore.
take care
You're
of.
not
Yeah,
the
you're not
burden.
taking care of me. I'm a man. I have a kid. I have a wife. It's up to me to fricking figure this shit out and put it together.
Yeah.
Like, and so I think that's like probably that's again kind of tying into what I see amongst the age that I'm at and across, seeing peers and other people. And then it kind of instilling that into some of those kids. Like, that's just another lesson. It's like nothing's going to be handed to you. Like, and that's, I think, my favorite part is I love it. You appreciate it so much more when you work for it. Like, everything that I've ever worked for, I appreciate so much more. Like, imagine if it was just given to you, you wouldn't appreciate it wouldn't be,
A
it wouldn't
win.
have any substance. It wouldn't be a win.
What's the oh man, there's a saying. I've heard it a couple different ways, but I heard it in like Dubai. They talk
Yeah.
about the original founders of Dubai were like just dirt poor. And then you've got like the sons who are extremely wealthy.
Mm.
And then the sons of that son are going to also be extremely wealthy, but the sons of the sons of the sons are going to be back to being dirt poor. And like riding camels. It had to be like, it was about riding a camel, and then now they're in Ferraris or like,
Yeah.
Range Rovers, whatever. And then now they're in Ferraris and Lamborghinis. And then the next generation will be Lamborghinis, Ferraris. And then the next generation after that will be back to riding
Everything's
camels.
given. I mean, I know I sound like a 24-year-old, and I'm from that. I mean, everybody thinks I'm a 24-year-old. Honestly, I get it all the time, though. Like, even you seem so much older than you actually are. I'm a kid. I'm part of the generation that sucks. I really am. I am. I know I am. I mean, let me rewind that, because there's a lot of good things about our generation. And I think there's a lot of people that talk a lot of smoke about the generation. Like, there are good things, but there are some bad things. Like, especially like the entitlement thing. Like, I feel like I'm not a very entitled person.
I'm pretty sure furries started with you guys. I honestly don't know, but that's one of those things I'm like,
I'm
I
sure it
don't
was.
get that.
But
You
like,
give us furries.
it was like, just try. Yeah, it's so much more appreciated when you have to do something for it. Like, and you can tell
Mhm.
tell who's just given everything, and you can tell who's works for it.
You for sure, and I think it's funny like that saying you heard is I've heard it the same metaphor or whatever, but it's like yeah, the first generation makes it, the second one spends it, and the third one ruins it or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And so it's like, and then it starts over and boom, 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 and I
Like,
don't
I'm
know.
not. I honestly like. I think the biggest thing for our generation is everybody's so soft.
Yeah.
Everybody's parents coddle them.
Yeah, and that is, and I'm guilty even of that. Where at first I think I didn't let my kids fight some of their own battles, and I think it was because of
Oh yeah.
me like protecting my
Oh yeah.
young self because I mean, long story short, I was adopted, and I feel like I just didn't belong in my family. I didn't get along with my
Sure.
family very well, and I do now, right?
Yeah.
I think we've all grown a lot, including myself. But as far as me growing up, I saw the things that happened to me. I'm like, I don't want my kids to have to feel that ever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think I had this little protection
Mm.
mode on. I don't know. Did you experience anything similar?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have that kind of a childhood. Like not that I was given everything, but I mean, I had to work for it.
Yeah.
And like I had summer jobs when I was 12 and like, played baseball and then when on my off time I worked and
Mhm.
whatever. I mean, I still feel that way with my kids that I'm like I want to give them everything or I
Mhm.
want to give them
Right.
or not everything. I want to give them as much experience and everything that I can, but at the same time it's like it bites you in the ass.
Can.
Like,
Yeah.
because it's like, then they're kind of almost entitled, and then you're like freaking rewinding and trying to retrain them.
Yeah.
I mean, and maybe I'm different. I'm the oldest of 4, but my parents had kids super late. I mean, my parents had me when they were like 33, I think. So I'm a
Okay.
little bit older. My parents are 60 years old almost, and I'm the oldest, right? So, I mean, maybe that's probably why my style like, I know my dad is definitely old school. Like, I'll never forget it. Freaking this is a funny story. I'll never forget it. This was, like, one of the last times I ever lied to my parents. I think I was a 5th or 6th grader, I think it was. We lived in that Woodland Hills neighborhood. I'll never forget it. This is my favorite story, but, this is the last time I ever lied. My dad, I remember walking in the door. I don't even remember what it was about, but I walked in the door and my dad was sitting there at we had a bonus room and there was some stairs right at the garage. And he was sitting on the stairs. He was waiting for me and he was like, "Nope, put your shoes back on." I was like, "Oh, shit." So he's like, "Go stand in the driveway." And I'm like, "Alright." Freaking pulls in his car, and, he's like, "I just want you to follow me." He's like, I want you to walk next to the car." He's like, "You ain't riding in the car with me, you're gonna walk." I'm like, "Alright." So we go to the entrance of the neighborhood, and, we're right there on 49th because Woodland Hills goes into 49th, and we're standing there at the stop sign, and he, gets out of the car, he grabs me by the shoulders, he turns me around up the hill, he goes, "Start running." I was like,
Shit.
"Shit." He's like, "Don't let the car touch you either." I shit you not, we ran all the way to the top of the hill and all the way back down. I was a freaking 6th grader, mind you. I never lied again after that. Not on my dad.
What'd you lie about?
I don't even remember. It was something stupid too. I don't even think it was that big of a deal. I think it had to do with something like I don't even remember. I think it had to do something with like a girl that
Mhm.
I had said that I went to I don't know, something stupid like roller skating or bowling or I don't even remember, dude. I know it was the most petty thing, but I think the lesson was don't fib.
Yep.
Don't tell a
Yeah.
fib. Don't lie. Like, because you're gonna get yourself in worse situations. And I know I've been in situations where it's like, if I would have lied, I would have put myself into worse trouble. Like,
Yeah.
but again, I think that's why the wisdom side of me comes out at 24 years old. Like you said, like you seem like you're super wise. And I think it's because I was raised in an old school way. And I mean, there's good things about the old school way and there's bad things about the old school way. Like, again, I freaking would come home on Friday nights after my football games. It's like time to watch film. We're going to pick everything that you did wrong instead of everything you did right. And in a way, it's like, man, F you, dude. Freaking just tell me good job. Like, tell me congratulations. Give me the benefit of the freaking doubt, dude. But, like, in a way, I responded to it well
Mhm.
enough. So I think that was a point I was trying to capitalize on was like when we were talking about I think it was like how you can't want it more for your kids, but at the same time I wouldn't say like don't push them. You know what I mean? Like you got to be or sorry, no, don't push them. Don't not push them. Like you got to push them still. I mean, there's different ways to go about it. My dad was hard on me. I never seen another parent harder on a kid, but I think there was because he saw something in me. Like he knew I wanted to do it. He had been there, done that. He played college football. He'd been through it. Like, okay, if this is what you want to do, I know how to do it. I've been there, done that in a way. I mean, it's changed a little bit. 1986 football is a little different than 2018, 2019 football. But like, I just think like there's just different styles to it. But like, yeah, I don't know. I just try to I mean, even my wife at times, like, I have that two-year-old son, and I mean, he's full of energy, but, like, there'll be little things around the house that it's like, "Oh, you need to help him. Oh, he's crying." Like, "Nope, let him cry it out." Or, "Nope, he fell. Oh, nope, don't touch him. Leave him alone. Let him get up, let him stand up, let him figure it out himself." Like, I probably come off really rude at times, but, like, at the end of the day, I feel like that's gonna give him the confidence that he needs to be able to handle those problems, like and that's my style. I probably parent my young kid a little bit old school, but that's just how I was parented, and I feel like it worked out for me. Like, I think it did at least up to this point.
You ever seen on Instagram or social media where there's a little kid? I don't know what's wrong with him exactly, but he's in a cart basically, and his dad will like coach him. He'll like I've seen multiple videos. Like one of them is trying to get into his bed,
Yeah, I've
and he's
seen
like
that.
the
He
other one he
falls
goes
out of
down.
the wheelchair. He falls in
Yeah,
back in the
yeah, and
wheelchair.
he's
Well,
like,
he's got, like,
listen,
yeah, those braces. Is it skull?
Yeah.
yeah, and he's like, you got to go down that step. He's like, here's how you're gonna get down it. You've got to like lean back. You got to do this. You got to do that. And
Yeah.
it's like, and he's like, go
I can't do it for you.
fall. You're gonna fall. I'll catch you before you hit your head, type
Yep.
thing. But other than that, you're gonna fall.
Oh, I probably need to be better about that. Pretty sure I've let my kid hit his head a couple times.
You know, they're
It's alright.
valuable.
Soft and malleable. But yeah, no, I just like that's probably one of my biggest things I have to deal with when it comes to like working with kids is sometimes they're really, really soft. But it's like I think once I set the standard and the expectation, I take them through everything. Like that's not how we do things. Like we're gonna get after it. Like we're still gonna work hard. Like it might be speed training, it might seem easy in ways, but it's also gonna be super hard work. But just in everything, like from parenting to coaching, like I don't know, man. I've been able to see what the old school did for me, and I've been able to
Mhm.
see the great things of the new school. Like, I think that's what makes, again, another part that makes it unique for me and some other people that are out there that are around my age that are coaching. It's like we have the unique perspective of seeing the old school because most of our parents were old school. And then we have the unique perspective of seeing kind of what the new school is because we've lived in it. And you kind of take the best of both worlds and put them together. I think that's what's really good about like our generation in ways. You just got to be really in tune to it. Like,
Yeah.
because there's things that work and there's things that don't for both sides of it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's something to be said for like you said, I feel like the old school way and I don't know, maybe you experienced this with your parents or not, but,
Yeah.
like, not being in touch with love, right?
Mm,
Like, and maybe but that was something I always struggled with as I grew up, right, was why was our house not full of that?
right.
You know? Like, it's I'm not saying I wasn't loved, right? But,
Right.
like, it's not a feeling that I
Mm,
felt, you know? And, like, maybe through these kids, like, "Hey, we're gonna work hard, but I'm gonna love you through that."
yeah.
Rather than like,
It is.
"Hey, you piece of shit."
Yeah. No, that's the thing, man. You see so many coaches that are just so unqualified that just freaking degrade kids. Like I've had a couple coaches that have helped me with my 7-on-7 teams even, and again, it's 7-on-7, but it's like you're just negative, you degrade, you don't even
Mhm.
give any positive reinforcement. Like, get on them, absolutely. Like, bro, that ain't it. Like, figure it out.
Yep,
Pull your head out of your ass. You're doing it wrong. Come on. You
yeah.
know what you're doing. But then there's the ones that it's like, oh, I had a coach like that. I'm not gonna say who it was, but like, and it didn't really bother me because I had been through it in different ways, not in a negative way, but like I had a coach that's like gave me anxiety. I think it's the reason I have anxiety. I honestly do. I have a little
Dang.
bit of anxiety. Like I had a college coach that was like that, that was super tough and just like, what the fuck are you doing? Sorry, bleep that out.
You're
No,
good.
we
Like,
like it.
you just don't even want it. You don't even enjoy it at that point anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is one of those things I've noticed even with my team, right?
Yeah.
Like, your team mirrors you.
Yes, they
And
do.
when it's funny because I don't feel like people like and I've noticed that even inside
Yeah.
multiple teams, right? Where it's like, if we are just talking down to these kids, are they ever
Yeah.
going to play a play better?
Yep.
No. Like, we have got to, like, correct them,
Yes.
coach them,
Yes.
but let's get them up.
Yes.
And that's where I
That's
just
where communication comes into play. I mean, it goes back to that. Like, I felt love in my household, but it was always through different ways. There was love through being tough on you and expecting more of you. There was love through, um, the good things that you did. There was love through, I mean, I always felt like home was a safe place. I never had that problem. Fortunately, I'm very fortunate for that because I know there's a lot of people that don't get that feeling, but it kinda goes back to that same thing between that, like, that's communicated as well. It has to, the only way that can be known is that's communicated. Um, like, when you screw up at home and, yeah, you're freaking probably gonna get your ass whooped, like, you're gonna be in trouble, dude, but after that, it's like, I'll never forget it. When my dad, again, peaceful and less provoked. When my dad was happy, he was happy. If you screwed up, you fricking screwed up and you're in trouble. But then after a little bit, it's like, okay, do you understand what you did?
yeah.
Yes, I understand what I did. Do you see why I'm upset? It's like, yeah, I see why you're upset. Okay, I want you to know I'm not pissed. I'm
Yeah.
just disappointed or I'm frustrated or I know you're better than that. I need you to fix it. Are we going to do it again? Say, no, dad. No, dad. Yes, dad. Yes, dad. I'm sorry, dad. But like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing, kind of maybe that same style when it comes to coaching those kids. It's like, again, I'm not telling you what to just do. Like, I have to communicate it with you. Like, if you have a bad rep, I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah.
If I ain't letting you know, I'm just standing there. I'm not doing anything. I'm not even coaching you. I'm just collecting your money and we're moving on. There's a funny, I mean, it's a little more extreme. There's a trainer out there that I really love on Instagram. His name is Jordan Hicks. He's a running backs trainer. I think his Instagram handle is like 300 or something like that, but he's a running backs coach in Texas. I mean, he's a little more on the extreme side of things, but like he does a good job though. Like he'll tell him like, no, that ain't effing it, bro. Like, damn, stay out my cones, like all those things. But it's like on the flip side though, you see him and he records it and it's like, here's what I need you to do better. This is where we can go better. This is where it went wrong. This is what you did really well. This is what, those kinds of things. Like you have to be able to, there has to be substance. You have to. Like we get so many coaches that just have no substance. They just freaking, when it's good, it's good. And when it's bad, it's freaking terrible. But there's nothing they can do to back it up. Like you got to be able to back it up. You gotta reinforce it. Like, why was that? Okay, that was a bad rep. Why? Tell me why. Why was it bad? It was good. Why was it good? Tell me why it was good. And I'm sure some of my athletes freaking roll their eyes because all I do is talk. Like, I freaking talk. I always try to explain it to people, like, you're probably gonna hear more out of my mouth than you probably wanna hear, but that's my job. My job is to make you better, right? Yeah. I'm gonna keep going.
Let's talk about
let's
it.
talk. I'll be here. Every rep. I even tell them, like, yeah, I had one girl the other day. She just started doing one-on-ones, and I was trying to explain some things to her. I was talking to her, and she kept stopping during her drills when I was trying to talk to her. I'm like, listen, I was like, I talk a lot. Just don't stop. You just keep going. We'll figure it out. We'll get it fixed later. Like, because I'm constantly
Yeah.
analyzing, letting you know, like, this is what needs to happen. I need you to do this better right now in this given time. And if you don't, whatever, we'll fix it. We'll figure it out. You got more opportunity, but it's just like, you gotta continue to communicate. It has to be known. Like, you have to convey the message and communicate
I
so
think
that
that's a big
we
thing
know.
in life, period, right? And
Yeah.
as you grow and even like as those kids grow, hopefully is like they learn this level of communication. Because
Yes.
in my house, it's like obviously I know my parents love me.
Right.
And maybe it sounds pathetic and weak for me to say
Right.
this stuff, but it's the only way to convey the message.
Right.
Right? Where it's like it's sad that I had to say that. Well, I know my dad loves me,
Yeah.
because I asked my kids, I'm like, I love you? Oh, yeah, dad. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
how? He's like, and all my kids, because you tell me
'Cause you
like
tell me.
every 4 seconds, I'm like, I want you to know,
I
dude.
want you to know,
Yeah.
though.
We have this relationship. I love you. I'm going to tell you when you've messed up. I'm going to tell you when you're doing good. I'm going to tell you when I'm proud of you. I am going to convey and communicate everything with you so you never have to wonder.
Yep.
And I think that's probably huge for children. This is a guess. I've never done this before. Maybe I
Right.
have. Maybe I have 14 other lives. But it's one of those things. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I do see it. Like, I often tell my kids, like, I don't think I deserved them. They are
Right.
so good.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have good kids, and they tell me things, and
Yeah.
they like very open. And I didn't
Yeah.
grow up in a household like that,
Right.
where if you did something wrong, you just kept that to
You just
yourself,
kept it to yourself.
or you're in fucking trouble.
Yeah.
And like, and this even goes to a deeper level of which is I think why I have a little bit of a struggle with religion.
Sure.
And people are raised differently even inside of the same religion.
Sure.
But where things were so like I was loved if I was doing everything that was the right,
Right.
and it was very conditional, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm your son,
Yeah.
and I feel things, I do these things as a person with like different feelings than you that you don't understand because you're not my same genetic code.
Right.
And it's hard, I used to think about that, like, why? I don't think that clicked until they got older, and I don't even think that clicked for me.
Yeah.
But I swear, I hated my dad growing up,
Yeah.
and I don't now, right? We are both very different people,
Yeah.
and he's awesome. I remember asked my mom as I'm a young boy, I was like, does dad love me? She's like, yes, he loves you. I'm like, I don't think so. And I grew up with that belief my whole life until, as I got older and I just realized I see people differently now, and that old school way, but it's just weird. And then it comes back, the soft, the hard, like all these things. But
There's
yeah,
a balance to everything.
Yeah.
You just gotta find it, I think. It's definitely hard. I don't honestly like the religion side of things doesn't really bug me. As long as you're a good heart with good intent and you try to do right by people, that's all I really care about.
Right.
that's, it's funny because I think about that a lot. And even the
I don't
stuff,
Like, I'm a member. Like, I know
Mhm.
I'm a member of the church, the LDS church, like I am, but there's really great people in other religions, Catholic. It don't matter what the hell you worship. Frick, you could be frickin' whatever. There's great people out there. And guess what? There's really bad people there too. At the same time, it don't really matter. That's why I don't ever really judge on anything other than the fact, like, okay, how do you treat people? Really, at the end of the day, what is your intent? How pure, like, what is your heart like? And how do you treat other people? And if it's all good, then we're good, dude. That's what I judge off of. I give a rat's ass who you are. I don't care what you worship, who you worship, freaking what sport. I don't care. Are you good to people? That's all I care about.
it's funny.
That's all I care about. I texted you that last night, dude.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful human being. You freaking are, man. You have a great heart. You have great purpose, great intent, and it's evident, man. That's all you need.
That's like one of those things that stuck with me and always has. And I think I've even said this on the podcast before. Is like nobody remembers what you said, but everybody remembers how you made them feel. So that's how I judge people.
Oh,
How
yeah.
do you make me feel?
Yeah.
And not in a way of like You know, like, I'm not trying to sway it any way. Like, the
Right.
way you talk and treat and act and
Yep.
do these things towards me, towards others, how does that make me feel?
Is it genuine?
Yeah. If I feel good, then, like, okay.
We
Yep.
vibe.
Yep.
Yep.
Like, all right, I like that.
I remember coaches that didn't make you feel good.
Ah,
And it didn't matter if you were good, bad, terrible, whatever. Like, they didn't make anybody feel good.
right.
Yeah. I got to pee in the
Oakley, get outta
grass,
here.
dog.
You're good.
Dude, look at my freaking. First of all, I got a text message during this that Tanner is on his way to Arizona.
Woo, woo.
Woo woo.
So that's freaking awesome.
That is great.
Let's go. Oh, I got a couple more Venmos.
Dude.
I got to send to freaking Missy or you or somebody.
Don't send it to me, all right?
Okay.
The
All right.
family friend is coming after me.
Yeah.
It's freaking funny.
Phew.
I found out
That's so
today
dope.
that you can only transfer out $20,000 a week.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to take me a month to get these people completely all their money.
Can't directly send it to him through Venmo.
I could, but I wanted to do, I mean, why in my mind, it's like, I want to bring this fat stack.
Let's call up Venmo and see if they'll have like a.
A charity.
They
Withdrawal.
got it. They got to have
Please
something.
help
Venmo.
me.
They have to, right?
You
They
would
got to
think
have
so.
something like that.
They lock your money.
There's no way they don't. You have to probably call them up and say, hey, this is what this is for. Can we please get it out in like one thing? There's definitely something. There has to be.
Yeah.
There's no way there's not.
I hadn't even thought about that because it's like, well, I mean, honestly, this is what I was gonna do. I wasn't actually going. I was gonna do what you said. I'm gonna withdraw as much as I can until I go see them.
Yes.
I'm gonna go grab everything that's in my bank account and I'm gonna make that look like $75,000 and be like, and this is messed up. You know, it's actually not messed up, but I'm gonna say that in the video. Like, here's $75,000 or whatever the amount is because it's over 75.
Right.
Here's $75,000. Boom. Maybe it's only 20,000, and then I'll just Venmo the rest, like
Mhm.
whatever's left in here. Like, sorry, I couldn't get it all in cash, even though I thought it would look cool to be like briefcased up. Yeah, but I want to come out of the helicopter like with the brief.
Freaking baller, dude.
But it has to be in that outfit. Story.
I'm
and your
delivering,
cowboy.
baby.
Yeah.
I need to borrow your cowboy hat, dog, but I can't touch it. It's Dion's.
You can, man.
You ask Dion for one for me.
I don't know him that well.
Prime, dude. Please. Freaking funny. I wanna ask one question before we end it, right? So
Okay.
we've talked a lot about all this stuff. I think it's good, right? Where you talk about the good, the bad, the conflicting. I think it makes everybody feel very human, even if it feels not so good talking about it. But one thing I think I'd like to know, you personally, is how do you see yourself in the future? Like, what's it all for? What are you doing?
Mm,
Do you have a goal? Are you trying? And likely that could change, right? I'm not saying
Right.
you have to have it figured out, but like, is there a reason you're doing what you're doing right now
is there a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing right now
for your future?
for my future? I think the biggest thing is I just want to impact as many lives as I possibly can. Like I've always liked the part of, again, this goes back to wanting to be a professional football player. And maybe there's more story. There's a lot of depth to this one, but it's like I loved the part where, okay, one of my favorite players, well, my favorite player of all time is Tom Brady. But one of my favorite players.
Why isn't it Troy Polamalu?
Why isn't Troy Polamalu? I like Troy Polamalu, but there's something about Tom Brady. Just love him. He's my favorite player of all time. But that's not even who I'm going to reference here. Freaking one of my other players that I just really like to, because I don't really have a favorite team. I just like different players. I loved Cam Newton a lot, but not for the aspect. I mean, he was obviously a freaking freak out there. I mean, he's 6'5", he's 260-pound quarterback, freaking runs the ball, throws the ball, does it all. Superman. I mean, that was his name. He was a Superman, dude. Like, it was incredible. Nobody ever seen anything like it. But it's like the thing I loved about him the most, dude, everything that he did off the field was like, it was all for the kids. He'd always give the game ball, the first touchdown that he scored, he'd give it to the first kid in the row. He would do things for the kids. Like, he was all about the kids, like everything. He was always doing service projects. He runs Club 7-on-7. We freaking went, my cousin runs a team in Utah. They went and played Cam Newton's C1N team in OT7 in Texas. But he's always been somebody that's been for the kids. And I love that part about being professional, like a professional football player. You have that pull and you have that impact, right? I mean, you're a superstar. How are you going to use that? And the thing I liked the most about it is he used it for good. He used it to impact kids and just make it cool, make things cool for him. And so I think that's part of where the professional side of things, you know, why I think I liked it so much. So I want to have that level of impact. And obviously I'm not there now, but I feel like it's my calling from above in a way that it's the same way. It's the same thing I ever wanted. It's just for those around here specifically though. It's not to the whole world. It's to the community that I'm from. It's to the community that's given me so much to be as successful as I've been, to everybody I've had the chance to run into the last however long I've been around here. I think really maybe I wasn't meant to be, the superstar for the world or the person, the influence for the entire world. Maybe my calling was to be the superstar or the influence or whatever you want to call it of your community that's small, that you've been a part of, that maybe doesn't get as much recognition when it comes to athletics. Like we don't have very many kids that get to go play at the next level, right? Why not try to, maybe that's an impact you make. Maybe we start making more athletes to go on to the next level, right?
Mm.
Maybe you're just meant to have your influence more specific rather than so broad, I guess, in a way. I think that's where I kind of see that fit in. So, I mean, when you ask me that kind of question, like, and it's kind of what you make it. It is what you make it. I think
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing for me. Like, I love that idea of the pro, and I wish I could have fulfilled that, but I believe that my calling was bigger than that, and I think it was to give back to a community that needed it. I mean, before I had even started, there wasn't very many people out there that tried to go out and scale these big businesses of training athletes and I freaking train athletes all day, bro. I freaking train the time school ends from 4 p.m. till 11 o'clock at night, dude. Like, I do it every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 p.m., 11 p.m., every single day. Cause I love it. Like I want to influence. I want to influence the kids. Like I want to have that impact. I wanted to be able to do it at a professional level. I don't get to do that, but I can do it for the youth and hopefully the adults and people around the community. Like that's where I see it and why I do it. And I think it just will continue to grow more and just become infectious. I mean, it already has. I already know it has, and it'll continue to be more and more and more. Like through training, through doing small, simple things to doing big, large events like a fundraiser. I mean, that's the platform I've been given, just in a different way. It may have not been what you wanted it to be, but it may have not been what you wanted it to be, but it is. It's just
It's
in
that
a
same.
different.
It may not be. You don't always get what you want.
You
But
don't
you get
always
what
get
you
what you
need.
want. Make it what you get.
It's
Make
the
it
song,
what it is.
baby.
Make it what it is, man. It's freaking. So I mean, that's probably what makes that clock tick, man. Like yeah,
Thing comes back to even that thing like we talked about, like even you don't always get what you
yeah,
want, you get what you need. It's that instant gratification. It's that instant, like if someone
yeah,
just gave it to you, right? If you just
yeah.
wanted it and got it, all right,
Yep.
that's not what you need,
Oh
right?
yeah,
So I don't think, this is just where you start, dog. Like this
yeah,
is
dude.
no, that's why I say like I'm excited to see where you're at in 10 years because
Yeah,
me at 24 years old, I was living in Texas. Like, I mean, I guess like I was doing things that are pertinent to now,
right.
but my path has been not straight. And not I'm not saying yours has been straight, but,
No.
like, mine was very gay.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But I'm saying, like, dude, I have bounced and I have met a million people, and I have had a million ideas, and I have tried this, and I've tried this, and I've tried this, and I've
Yeah.
tried this, to, like, where I am now, I'm like, "This is aligned with me."
Right.
I'm like, "Okay," and like I said, I everything I do now is, like, feels very like, "This is it."
Yeah.
It just took me 10 more years
Yeah.
to figure out
It's the process though, man.
yeah, and I'm not even saying, like, maybe you're not training in 10 years, but maybe it is
Maybe.
maybe you're going around freaking as a what are the keynote speaker talking to kids, dude, who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe you're doing both, maybe you're doing
Maybe.
all of it, like, who effing knows? And I think one of those things is, like and not that you even want my advice, but is, like,
Oh man. I'm open-minded.
yeah, I think it's cool to, like, see what you're doing, to see that you're happy where you are,
Yeah.
know that there is something else for you.
Yeah.
Don't get stuck in, and this is even I gotta take my own advice, right? Don't get stuck so much right here that you can't see all the other
Right.
stuff that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because like you're saying, I don't think you're limiting yourself. You're like, "Oh, it isn't what I thought."
Right.
And I'm not saying it came off like that, but
No.
I'm saying, like, this is just the first step,
It's the
dude.
first step.
And so there's a
Oh
lot
yeah.
more steps,
Oh
man.
yeah.
So I think you're gonna do a lot of cool things,
No.
man. And you already are.
Appreciate it.
So, like, the way you've, just impacted the community in the last couple days, like, I
Yeah.
mean, that's pretty cool. Those kids aren't gonna
Yeah.
forget. None of
No.
those kids are gonna forget
These
this.
kids will never forget it.
No, and you gave them that opportunity, and
Yeah.
it's sick.
Yeah.
So,
It's cool.
heck yeah.
It's been a blast.
Sorry, you can tell me to shut that
No, I love it, dude. This is fun. Hope we do it again. Hell, I'll do it tomorrow if you want. I would do it tomorrow.
You're
and
gonna be
the next day.
You're actually just gonna we're just gonna
We're just
get
gonna-
6 mics,
Yeah.
and then
Slide
do
you.
it. All day. It's freaking. I don't know how much you guys like those freaking Joe Rogan podcasts, dude. I listen to that. It's my favorite thing to listen to.
Dude,
I don't
we
even listen
go-
to Apple Music anymore.
Yeah.
I go hard on Joe Rogan, dude. I freaking listen to that stuff 24/7. But he has like a line. I think it's the Protect Your Parks episode where he brings in all of his comedians,
yeah,
and they just sit down and they just freaking.
get hammered.
They just talk. They hammer it, and they talk about just the randomest things ever. That sounds freaking fun.
Oh, we've done.
So
can
what
do
I'm
that.
saying is, you get 2 more mics. We just freaking find what 3 more people.
We
Just
can have
pull
you
together.
and we can pop
We-
up Chat GPT and
we
go-
Oh,
we
that sounds so
started it.
fun.
we didn't have any idea what was happening. It was me, Tommy, and Tyler, who you haven't met. And we were like, "What are we talking about?" I'm like, "I don't know. Let me get on chat real
Oh,
quick."
dude.
And we just boom, and it
That
was like
sounds so
4
fun.
hours.
Oh, that sounds so fun. Frickin' I would do that all day, bro.
Yeah.
Count me in. If you guys decide to start a frickin' some kind of, I don't even know, the frickin' Devin Hess experience, frickin' let me know, bro.
Yeah.
And
You don't want to know what's happening in this experience.
Oh,
Thanks.
funny. But
Hell
no,
yeah,
dude,
dude.
this has been fun. I appreciate you guys having me on. And
yeah.
yeah, man, just blessed to be in the position that I'm in, and hopefully we can not hopefully, we definitely will continue to use it for good. And
Oh yeah,
yeah, man, blessed,
I love
lucky,
it, dude.
lucky and blessed.
Oh, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for letting me hang out with you
Where do
guys.
people find you?
People can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook. If you want to shoot me a text, you want to get your kids training, my number is 208-9691. That's what I tell everybody. I would be surprised if you don't already have my cell phone number, because I'm pretty sure half the community already has it, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway. Shoot me a text. If I don't get back to you in 24 hours, text me again, and I'll get right back to you.
What's his name?
12 Performance.
12 performance.
12 Performance at Odyssey Athletics. So
Cool.
we're working through a couple things, but yeah, 12 Performance. And we freaking do speed, strength. I've got one-on-one sessions, group sessions. My specificity is football. We're getting to the point where we're getting other trainers. We got into their building that we're going to be putting some court space down in. We'll have basketball rooms, start getting basketball trainers in, get volleyball trainers in the door. We got a soccer trainer. I got a girls trainer. I got all kinds of things going on. So again, this is the first step, like you said. We've got a lot of plans for the future when it comes to boosting the athletics in this community and impacting lives, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're
Awesome.
not slowing down until this place is freaking on the map of every university, every football coach, every sports coach in the United States of America. They're going to freaking know where East Idaho is.
Nice. Love it.
I'm just glad to say I've met you once. Yeah.
Woo!
Ready, break.
Break.